What is Gucci Manucci's? Welcome to the Half Court Podcast. And before we get this episode started, let's talk about our beautiful sponsors. Today's episode is brought to you by Supreme Barbering. Shout out to Supreme Barbering. This is the second episode they sponsor. And when I tell you, man, you got to go and check them out, it's because you got to. You know what I'm saying? They're located in Midtown. You can count on 6 licensed barbers ready to boost up your confidence. And, man, when I tell you they're going to get you right, they are going to get you right. Remember, Supreme Barbering in Midtown. Tell them the Half Court Podcast sent you, and you will not regret it. Boom. One more thing before we get this episode rolling. The Half Court Podcast just became an affiliate with Amazon, which means that if you click on the Amazon links in the description down below and you purchase something, that gives us a small commission, which helps and support us to keep bringing the content that you guys love. Now, if also you're looking to start your own podcast, we list equipment that we use to make this podcast happen. Now, if you are a person that enjoys our episodes and are not looking to buy podcast equipment, but you still buy on Amazon, by clicking on that link, it might direct you to a camera, but you can just search up, let's say, dog food if you're looking for dog food, and you buy the dog food using that link, we still get a commission on that. So at the end of the day, it's still going to help us keep providing the content you guys love, and we can keep growing and keep getting better. And yeah, it's just the simple things. Stay on the lookout also for the Half Court store website, where we're going to be selling our merch, anything from tank tops, shirts, crop tops, coffee mugs, phone cases, and we're just going to keep getting better. Remember, at the end of the day, it is just a system for you guys to support us. So you guys buy a shirt, buy a mug, that's just supporting us to keep getting better and better and better. So we appreciate the love once again. We appreciate the support. And without further ado, let's just jump into this episode because I've been talking too much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. What is Gucci Manucci's? Welcome to the Half Court Podcast. You already know, Darwin in the building. We got AV behind the cameras. And today we got DJ Red Handed. Welcome to the podcast, brother.
What's going on, sir?
Hey, man. Blessed to be alive, blessed to be here, you know, in these tough times. So, yeah, man, kind of introduce yourself, which we already did, but just tell the people what you do, what you did, and just go from there, man.
I'm a DJ first. Started as a DJ a long time ago, and I'm still doing that today. I've done many things in the business besides DJing, but that was always the foundation. Everything came from DJing, from the Bronx, New York, born and raised. Been in OKC now 14 years, building out here in Oklahoma, making connections, loving life.
Yes. Okay, so from the Bronx.
Yes, sir.
Not Brooklyn.
I was all faded.
Hey, man, we was faded at the club, and maybe just kept saying Brooklyn for some reason. But that was fun times, man.
Yes, sir.
So kind of take us back, brother. Like, take us back to that time in New York. What year was this?
The beginning. We could start from the very beginning. When I first got my DJ set, my dad bought me. I was only 11 years old, and he just saw I had a passion for music and wanted to DJ, watching TV and wanting to be a DJ. I didn't really want to rap. I just wanted to DJ. And, you know, like any other Puerto Rican dad, he spoiled the hell out of me.
So your parents were Puerto Rican?
My dad is Puerto Rican. My mother is Cuban and Jamaican.
Okay, hell yeah.
Yeah, and he just, you know, he invested in me. He gave me a DJ set for my birthday, and we went from there. And he just saw, you know, I was always on my DJ set, and that's how everything started. Just in my room DJing, practicing, and from there I went to mixtapes. Started making mixtapes in the city, in the Bronx, and I got my little name when I made high school, about 16. That's when I started getting my name in the Bronx, and doing house parties. I got noticed by a promoter. Her name was Sherry Moore. Actually got noticed by her son, and her son told her, and then she came and checked me out. She took me into the clubs. 17, I was already in the clubs, DJing in the clubs in the Bronx, and that's where I got noticed by several rappers that were in the game already, and that's how it started. That's how it started.
What sparked your like love for the DJ? Was it something you saw on TV or what was it?
Yeah, I think it was a combination of me watching videos, music videos, and sneaking into places at a young age. My parents didn't know. I was sneaking into nightclubs and watching the DJ because the DJ was like the most important dude at the party. And I was fascinated by that. So I took a liking to DJing, and that's how I kind of knew I wanted to do that, you know. And I found out there were some rappers that lived around the corner from me, and they had a music video out. The name was Gangstar, and the DJ in the group was DJ Premier. And I just took a liking to him, and we used to bump heads all the time in the hood and talk here and there and developed a relationship. And that was the foundation of everything.
Yeah.
At that time in New York,
Excuse me.
you said what DJs were popping whenever you were coming up, like people that you were looking up to?
On TV, I used to see it was like a video show named Video Music Box in the Bronx. It was like a Bronx. I think it might have just been a New York thing. It wasn't really out of New York, but it was called Video Music Box. And I used to see all the videos, and it was just DJ. But DJ Premier was one of my favorites. He's from Gangstar. But there were DJs before that in nightclubs that you probably wouldn't know, but they had great names in New York, like Starsky, Star Child, Busy B, who wasn't really a DJ, but he was an MC. And I took a liking for his mastery on the microphone, the way he talked. That's why that's one of my strengths when I DJ is talking on the mic. Kid Capri was one of my all-time
Kid
favorites.
Capri, that's who I was going to ask you about.
That was my guy. You know, from the beginning, I couldn't see nothing else but Kid Capri.
Who's that? Famous DJ or something?
Yeah.
He's pretty.
DJ Kid Capri is his name. Is probably the most famous party DJ in the world. He's on the heat. Well, not now with the COVID and all that, but he does parties every weekend all over the world. He was like one of the first DJs who took it out of New York and was doing parties everywhere. I don't know if y'all remember Def Comedy Jam.
Yep.
HBO Def Comedy Jam, and there was a DJ on that show. That's DJ Kid Capri. I hate to say DJ Kid Capri because his name is just Kid Capri. It's not DJ Kid Capri, but
and you had like a good working relationship with him, like actually.
It was weird because I didn't have any relationship with Kid Capri. I just bought all his mixtapes. I bought all his mixtapes, and I always respected him because he was the man in New York. Like everybody bought Kid Capri's mixtapes. Everybody. You know, and they were in all the stores, which was weird. I didn't know how his tapes were in stores. You know what I mean? It wasn't like he was just selling it out of his hand, which he did in the beginning. But when he got a big name in New York, his tape was in every store. So that's how his name got big. And I was following him everywhere, you know, everywhere he DJ. He DJ at this place called The Castle. And I used to sneak in when I was super young. I shouldn't have even been in there. But it was a back door that was always open. I used to go in there and watch him for a little bit. But Kid Capri, he's the one who lit that fire, you know, to make mixtapes, because his mixtapes were dope. They sound like parties. All his mixtapes.
Now the
like
mixtapes,
parties.
were they just like it was just him recording himself mixing, or like tracks like DJ Khaled does it, or how?
No, his mixtapes were real mixtapes. Like it was like
so him spitting or what?
No. Him DJing. So like let's say you come to my party and I'm recording myself live, and then I'll sell it. That's what he was doing at first. He record himself live.
So he was double dipping. Record himself live.
And then sell a mixtape. It was an actual cassette. He would tape himself all night. Let's say he DJ 4 hours, he taped that whole set. And then somebody wanted to buy that. Yo, let me get that mixtape. Let me get that tape you made. And then he'll sell it for $50, $100, whatever it was at that time. And then sometimes he'll keep it, make copies, and sell them all over New York. You know what I mean? And then stores started buying one from him for like $500, and then they'll make their own money by making duplications of the tape. And that's how mixtape game got started in New York. It was like Kid Capri was one of the first.
The pioneers.
Yeah, one of the first. I won't say the first, but one of the first. Many names I could tell you that started that game that you would never heard of in your life, you know? But them kids was responsible for real mixtapes. Tapes, that's what it was. It wasn't rap tapes. It was mixtapes. It was recordings of them mixing.
Yeah.
So then, like, I guess later on it evolved into like what DJ Drama started doing right. Like he basically got with the artist and then
made a mixtape. Called it a mixtape. It wasn't really a mixtape, but it was basically like an album. You know what I mean? But they called it a mixtape, which was like he'll meet Young Jeezy and let's make a bunch of new songs and put it out.
Yeah,
and that's what they did. And that's where the next era of mixtapes went. You know?
Okay.
But yeah, when you go back to Kid Capri and all the other DJs from that era, and then came DJ Clue, and that era came up. K Slay and Khaled was in Miami doing his thing on radio, and his name blew up. And he wanted to make a song with a rapper on it, and it just blew up.
He fucking did it, huh?
Yeah.
So
killed it.
Would you say DJ Khaled is like the I guess the king of the kings as far as like mainstream?
Yeah, I think Khaled took it to another level as a DJ. So I'm gonna make an album, and Kid Capri made albums back in the day, but they were rap albums. They weren't. He didn't think on the level of the way Khaled did. Like, I'm gonna put A-list rappers over these beats. I'm gonna put these two dudes who I always wanted to hear, put them on the same record. Yeah. And put that out for the world to love.
He became a engineer, basically.
Basically, like you could call him a producer. I don't know. He doesn't make any beats, from what I know. No disrespect to DJ Khaled. I don't really know if he makes beats, but he picks all his stuff for his album. So if you give me 20 beats today, and I took one off of there, that was my choice. I knew exactly which one to choose, and then I said, but I want to put Darwin, and I want to put Pollito on it or whatever. That's the combination I had in my mind to put it out. And now let's see how that works here in Oklahoma, and we just take it to that level.
And it's wild because a lot of people say that DJ Khaled was like the annoying guy that would call artists and be like, "Hey, bro, I need you on this song." Like, "I need you, bro," So he would go until he didn't care if he was annoying. Fuck it.
I feel like
I hear it. I'm gonna make it happen.
Yeah, you gotta be to a certain degree. You gotta be that person if you really see the vision and you're trying to make it happen. It's like you gotta be that person. But it almost feels like DJ Khaled kind of wants to be a rapper because he is. Besides being annoying, like begging people for shit, but also like in his songs,
I think deep down everybody wants to be a rapper, or wanted to be a rapper.
Man, it's like another one. We the best, and then he keeps going like, "You an angel," like, bro, like just hop on a track, bro, like why not, Yes. God damn.
I think he has in a couple little verses here and there. He'll do his little couple bars and shit.
I think Khaled was a genius for what he wanted to do and to bring it across to the people, So we can't take that away from him. He took it to the next level,
Yeah, he's definitely when you think about like DJ and like I don't know if he's a producer, but like you think about DJ Khaled, he's up there,
Definitely.
So as a DJ, how do you guys make your money? Like other than, I mean, of course, you mentioned the mixtapes and all that stuff, but like somebody that wants to get.
Well, it started like that. Like we made all our money off of mixtapes and parties. So if you hired me for a party, you say, oh yeah, yo, I'll pay you this much. I was like, all right, cool, and the mixtapes was like once a month we put out a new mixtape. So it's like all the brand new songs that you couldn't get. Not like now, you can get any song. You go to, you didn't have that option back in the day. So you had to get it from me. My mixtape had the brand new Drake on it. Let's just say at that time, whoever the biggest rapper was, I had the brand new song by that artist. You couldn't get it. Like, how the hell he got it on his tape? I want it. So you had to go get my tape. You couldn't get his song from nowhere. There were no internet options to get the song. So that's you had to wait till my tape dropped every month.
Is that where the breaking record thing came from?
Yeah, because DJs actually broke records. They broke the record. The first time breaking a record is when the DJ, if someone says, "Oh, he broke that record," that means he played it first, or he was among the first people to play the song first. So that's considered breaking a record when you play it first. So DJs in New York were all breaking records. Clue, he always had exclusives. You know what I mean?
What about Flex?
Flex didn't really make mixtapes per se. But he was on the radio. But he had new stuff too. Like you come on, you turn him on 7:00. His first song might be brand new. You never heard it. I got this new Jay-Z. It's crazy, and you'll play it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you wild like, damn, how he got that? So your way to get music back in the day was radio mixtapes. You know, it wasn't no internet back then to get your music. You had to get it from the hottest DJ at the time, whether it was Clue, Kid Capri, Red Handed, you know, or others from the Bronx or the Brooklyn, whatever they was from, Queens, like Clue.
So at that point, basically, the DJ had to connect with the labels or the artist, and that's how it got broken?
It was the labels connecting with the DJ.
Okay.
You know what I mean? The label wanted you to play the new something so that it could start the buzz on that artist. Like Clue, yo, I got this new, yo, come get it, come pick it up. But Clue always, he wanted it. Yeah. Or Kid Capri wanted that brand new song, or SNL.
Yeah, see, that makes the game exciting.
Just imagine this for a second. Y'all young kids, right? Younger dudes. Sorry, no kids, but you younger dudes. Imagine if somebody cut off your internet, right? For 5 years. Now, for the next 5 years, how you getting your music? You tell me. How you getting your music?
I'm toasted.
Okay. So let's
I'm hitting up DJ Red-Handed.
So for real. Exactly. So
they'll go back to the old school, like, all right, you're gonna be like, hey, these songs.
How you gonna figure it out?
It's almost because I remember
now you gotta go to the barbershop because that's where the dude comes in with the new mixtapes. Yo, I got that new Red Handed. I got that new Pollito. You know what I mean? He just made this. It got the brand new from Drake. Oh, Drake got a new song. You don't even know because you don't have no outlets for your music.
See, I hate that that's gone, bro, because that takes the culture kind of away from it.
Hell yeah.
You don't see that shit anymore at the barbershop.
Right.
Nope.
Shit changes, bro.
Yeah, it changes.
Yeah, but you gotta evolve.
You gotta evolve. You know,
you
like that's
evolve.
the thing. Like, and that's what I think people do not succeed is because they don't evolve with
the time.
And you can take the perfect example from Drake. Drake has evolved and like turned. Like he'll find something, man. He'll find either when Lil Baby started popping, he went and hopped on his track. When Block Boy JB, he went and hopped on him. When Ninja was popping, that had nothing to do with hip hop. It was gaming. He hopped on that shit.
Well, yeah, I mean, like Kanye does that a lot with like younger artists, like with Chief Keef and shit. When he, you know that you have to,
no matter. I feel like no matter what it is,
now you're gonna be that bitter fucking.
I feel like it and everything. Like if you're barbering, if you're doing DJ, whatever it is, you have to keep up with the trends and what's the new thing.
Exactly, because if you don't, like, me and Kid Capri talk every so often, right? Once a week, twice a month, whatever it is. And he asks me questions about what's popping now. You know what I'm saying? Kid Capri is one of the few DJs that keep up with the times, as well as myself. Like, but I'm a different animal because I'm 24 hours DJs. You know, like I go home now and I'll look again to see what came out. Then 9 o'clock I'm back on looking again. At 12 o'clock I'm doing it again before I go to bed. So I'm always up with what came out. But like Kid Capri, who's too busy to be on his computer all day, he relies on other younger DJs to come to him. Yo, what's out? Or he'll do his own research. He'll get to a city. He'll call the hot DJ and be like, yo, what's the local hot-ish, you know what I mean? And get his music that way and keeping up with the times. A lot of DJs don't spend that much time keeping up, you know, with the Joneses, as they say. You know?
Yeah.
You gotta stay. If I don't stay current, I don't work this long. This man been partying with me. We was just talking almost 9 years. You know what I'm saying? How am I still rocking in this city?
Yeah.
I've been here 14 of those years. And 9 years later, which I've been rocking out here like for 10 now. No, sorry, 12. 12 years I've been rocking in Oklahoma City.
I still get excited when I see him like, Red-handed, what up, bro?
I can't do that unless I keep up with the Joneses. You know what I mean? But whatever these kids like, I got to rock with them.
Exactly. Even though you don't like the artists and shit,
that
you
don't
may not
matter.
like their music.
That doesn't matter.
That doesn't matter because at the end of the day, you're trying to please the crowd. You know?
It's not about me. I'm going to rock with what the people rock with.
Yeah.
So now that with the internet, would you say that is dead? The whole breaking record things?
I mean, the internet breaks records now, right? And then the people decide if it's hot. Y'all go to YouTube, it got 1 million views. That's the hottest record right now, right?
Bam.
Or Tootsie Roll, or Tootsie, what is it? Tootsie
Slide?
Tootsie Slide. Now you got that. It comes out, it gets over 1 million views. It's the hottest record.
So you're like, I'm playing that motherfucker.
You know what I mean?
So would you say that makes y'all's job kind of easier?
Yeah, I guess. Technically, right? You just got to follow the trends now. That's it. It's not, I don't got to break it. I don't got to be the first to play it, even though I do that still. But people don't care about that record.
Yeah.
They only care about it when it's popular. So I could play a brand new song tonight when I go to work. Nobody's going to know it. Nobody's really going to care. but I'll play the most popular song.
So that's what I was gonna ask you. So like, I think it's back in the day you used to play like a new artist and know like if it's fire they'll bang to it, right?
Yeah, bang to
now
it.
it's like popularity. Like they have to know the song because
Yeah.
if like even me, like I said, like I've adjusted to it. Like I want the popular shit. I want the shit that's banging. I want to have a fucking good time and like, all right, you know, put this shit on. Like, you know what I'm saying?
When you go to a party, right? That's what you want to hear.
Yeah.
You want to hear the stuff that's popping right
Right.
now. I don't want to hear nothing I don't know.
Exactly.
That's that's the attitude.
That's how it
That's
is.
the attitude.
Because you go in there, man, and you put something that's popping. Every single one of the it's like a concert. Like everybody's singing that shit.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, you know, like, oh shit. And it's all of a sudden you the damn man. Like,
Oh
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Well,
like,
DJ's got a tough job.
Yeah,
like people
exactly.
don't understand. Like if you go to a concert, you know who told me this? Kid Capri. He said, if you go to a concert, you go see your favorite, whoever it is. I'm gonna go see Drake tonight. Sorry, we dick riding Drake's name tonight, but if we're gonna see Drake tonight, right? Drake's gonna rock for what? An hour and a half, 2
Yeah.
hours tops?
Yeah.
How long a DJ rock? 4 hours, sometimes 5. And he gotta keep you in tune the whole night. And he don't get nowhere near the pay of anybody popular like that. You know, but a lot of owners will fight you for $400, for $300. If you don't even say $500, you know, and that's why when it comes to New Year's Eve, my price goes up. You know, because I got respect for myself and I know my worth. So I'm not going to take the same thing you give me throughout the whole year for New Year's Eve. You got
you're sacrificing your, you know what I'm saying? You can be having a good time with your family.
If
and
we
shit.
all earning more money that night, because everything goes up that night, their price at the door goes up. Whereas usually it's $10, that night it's $50, and then I got to go home with the same amount. Nah. Appreciate me the whole year. Let me have my big night too, like y'all having your big night. Appreciate that DJ that been there.
At the end of the day, yeah.
That man been DJing that club every week, all year. Yeah. Now it's time to reward his ass on New Year's Eve. Reward him and give him $1,000, $1,200, $1,500, and let him eat. It's only one night a year you do that
that's
for
a
him.
chunk and change at the end of the day. If
That's
you look
nothing.
at the profits, that's a
that's
chunk
nothing.
and change.
The bar made $10,000 tonight.
And I mean, imagine if there was no music.
Exactly.
That shit would be
It's the appreciation
dead.
factor. Just you showing your appreciation. There's nothing else. You just saying, yo, dude, thank you. This is for the year. This ain't just for tonight. This is for all your hard work all year long. Now you're going to get this chunk today. Go live your life. You know what I mean?
And how did you work your way up to be able to DJ like every night? And because I'm pretty sure, like now you got your spots that you run kind of. So at first, like how did you work your way up to be able to do that?
Here, I'm assuming you mean here,
Yeah,
right?
I mean overall, I guess because I guess it's the whole journey. So.
Oklahoma was difficult at first because I think it's more of a trust thing. They gotta know you, trust you. You know, like who are you?
Well, that's
You
the
know what I
thing.
mean?
Yeah, I feel like it's because I go to places that their music is just so garbage. Like I don't know what it is, but like it's certain times where DJs were just like at the best part and I'm ready to get hype, boom, they'll change it. 10 seconds only, and then change it to another song. And it just like kills that.
No,
you know,
you
can sense it in the crowd, like, man, like what the fuck, you know?
So sometimes, DJs inherit styles of DJing from other DJs, right? Kid Capri started this moving quick with the records. Like, we're going to play this like for 1 minute and then move on to the next one real quick and keep the impact exciting, keep it exciting. So when you hear a record first come on, most DJs don't know how to do this, but it's about how you drop that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some DJs just drop it from the very top, and it's just real slow to come on with the good part. I like to drop records right on that good part.
Yeah.
That's what makes you, when you hear in the club, you hear that, oh, you know what I mean? Where all the people like, oh, that's that shit.
Like, yeah.
Bro,
Because
I remember
it was,
in Greenhouse, I'll never forget. He would just shut it off, like shut the music off.
yeah, there was,
be
because
like,
there's,
turn the fuck up.
it's points of excitement
Yeah,
that you want
yeah,
to
just
capture at
drop
that
that
moment.
one.
You know you're getting ready to drop the hottest record in the city at that point, and it's like, boom, I'm not going to drop it from the music. I'm going to drop it right from walk up in the club, whatever. You know what I mean? That's the part you want to,
best parts.
So anyway, it was, to answer your question, it was a buildup of trust and then shaking hands with the right people, the owners, right? Promoters started getting to know me from when, it was one club called XO Lounge that y'all don't know about. It was in the bottom of a Carcourt hotel. And that's where I started. I used to talk to the manager there all the time because I loved chilling in there. It felt like a New York spot. And he was like, yeah, I pay my DJs $100. I was like, $100? Are you serious? He was like, yeah, that's what I pay my DJs. I was like, okay, well, I'll just keep coming and chilling, you know. And I kept coming every week. And he kept talking to me every week. And the relationship got good between him and I. And one of his DJs wanted to stop DJing. He came to me because he knew I had DJed and where I was from. And that's where our relationship started. And we negotiated a price that wasn't $100. And we took it from there. From there, other owners saw me DJing there. Other DJs saw me DJing there. My name got established. Started DJing at Venue with another owner named Phil Pham. And from there, got to noticed by this owner over here, this promoter here, and it just kind of picked up from there. And again, organically, I didn't force myself on nobody.
Yeah. And
I didn't know how to work a lot of this DJ stuff that we're rocking on now. Like back then, I only knew how to use records. One of my boys introduced me to DJing here, and he was like, "You gotta do it like this now. We use Serato." I said, "What?" And he introduced me to this whole new way of DJing, and I learned it. And when he couldn't do it no more, he said, I got to take over his spots. And that's how I got my name out here, by the connections I made just by going out all the time. That's a DJ's job. You got to go out
and connect
and
meet people.
See what's popping.
Especially when you building in a new city. Nobody knows you. Nobody cares about you. Who gives a fuck if you from New York?
Yeah.
You don't care, But I had to go I earned it.
The trust, like
I had
you said.
to go earn that shit, and people had to know that I could rock, and I was different. My style was different too.
When you started, because I had a buddy that he's a DJ, but he got discouraged too quick, and it pisses me off. I feel like slapping his ass because it's just like, bro, he had a first party and it was empty. Like there was probably like 10 people at the most, and he was discouraged about that. I'm like, bro, you're starting.
Yeah, man.
The fact that you got a place to DJ, like, bro, start going out, start meeting people, start, networking and shit. So he got discouraged, and it kind of pisses me off because he's like, I'm not going to do this shit anymore. I'm like, bro, you just started. You don't have a name for yourself. That's not how shit works.
No,
you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
no, you got to build.
So were there situations where you, like, were DJing in places that wasn't too crazy packed?
Hell
you know
yeah.
What I'm saying?
Hell yeah. I mean, anybody, man, every DJ has had to have gone through the times where that particular spot wasn't always the shit. It was like, nobody's here. Greenhouse, for instance. I'll use Greenhouse, which was one of the most craziest clubs I ever DJ'd out here. Fridays were insane, legendary. When I first started Greenhouse, nobody was there. And they couldn't figure out where they wanted me. Yo, let's bring them Saturday. We just started Saturday. It was empty. It was like 5 people in there rocking with me. Next week was 10 people. Then I was like, yo, I want to move to Fridays. Told the owner I want to move to Fridays. Then the owner sold the club to this other dude. And the other dude and me, we got real cool. And he was like, what you want to do? I said, I want to do hip-hop Fridays for these kids. They coming out. They 18 years old, 19, 20, and 21. I want to feed them what they want. Don't restrict me. Let me do it my way, and we going to win. I said, y'all got hookah in here? You know what I mean? We went in there, we built that night from scratch, but it was empty at first. We couldn't get 20 people. Then all of a sudden the word started getting out. Yo, this kid could play a little bit of music, he different, you know what I mean? He playing all the shit we love. They started coming out, went from 40 to 80 to 100. Then it was like we couldn't get enough. We didn't have enough space for everybody.
Yeah, those nights if you didn't get there at a certain time, you're not.
We closed the doors. I used to have to say, yo, close the door. We good. We capacity,
Yeah.
But it felt good to build that from nothing into something.
Yeah.
Me and my boy Craig and the whole team up there that built that night, we did it together organically. People spreading the word. No promo, no radio, just, yo, look online. You got it, that was it. And we built, I love building from scratch. I'm doing it right now with a Latin spot. And I love it. I'll build from scratch any night. I have enough optimistic, I'm very optimistic when it comes to building from scratch.
Yeah, you're confident.
I'm very confident that I could build a small crowd with help. I can't do it alone, but with help, hell yeah. If he's telling 5 to 20 people, you telling 5 to 20, and then maybe we can get 5 out of all of y'all. We get 5 people. That's cool.
Yeah, and that's already a party, man. It's fucking.
So we build from scratch, man. I don't mind it. Some DJs say no after. Once it's dead for 4 weeks, they give up. But I think it takes time to build.
Yeah, and since you've done it, you know how it is. So it's like when it's slow, it's just like you just gotta chill. It's like in the barbershop. If you don't have appointments and you just leave, like you're not gonna eat. You gotta fucking
how are you
sit
gonna
there
establish?
and take care of those walk-ins, and then next week or the 2 weeks after that, they'll come back and book you. If they like the cut.
Now you establishing your you got
eventually your book.
You got your own clientele.
I remember when I was just sitting right there, like.
And that's same thing.
But if you don't wait, if you just leave.
Same thing. It takes time, man. Some promoters or owners, they don't have patience. So they be like, yo, let's do this Latin thing. And then it don't work for 3 weeks. And they're like, oh, let's stop, man. Like, dude, it's been 3 weeks. Nobody even knows. Yeah. And you're not investing in your own night. This is your club. And owners don't like investing in their own club, which is weird to me.
I think what they expect is like they buy a club and like, all right, let's just
we're gonna
open it and let it just do its thing. Like I feel like it's more than that, especially in OKC. Based on what I've what I've seen in the 5 years that I've been here, is that they constantly need to change. They constantly be changing names. Like clubs have the same owners, but they change the name just to keep.
Just talking about that.
Yeah, so just to keep it like fresh and shit. People get hyped and shit, but I feel like it shouldn't be that way because like at least here, Pink has been able to stay relevant for years.
Yep.
And then if you go to, for example, Dallas, Medusa's been there also for years, and it's a club that always stay popping. So it's like
Lizard Lounge.
Somebody needs to figure that shit out to like, I don't know.
115 has been around here for a minute,
good.
Right?
That's the longest running one in Bricktown right now.
Yeah.
Besides Pink, right? Like Pink.
I think
Pink and 115 are the
What
two.
about Greystone?
They just opened not too
long
years ago.
Huh? Yeah.
About 2 years.
Yeah.
About 2 years.
And how does that work as far as work with you guys? Like if you work with a certain club, you can work with everybody, or how does that?
The DJs, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, some DJs have exclusive deals. Some DJs can't move around. Some DJs, excuse me a second. Some DJs could only DJ at one spot. I never wanted to do that.
Yeah, because you kind of like restrict yourself.
I'm not exclusive to nobody. And if I am, it's going to be a hefty price they're going to be paying to keep me just at their spot. Like we was talking about Windstar, that was different. I did that for Windstar because they paid to have me there Friday and Saturday and nowhere else, But even then, I could still DJ anywhere else on the other days. But Friday and Saturday, I was exclusively theirs, So it's tough. Like I never tried to commit to one spot on Friday and Saturday unless that money was perfectly right. I was if you could make great money off of DJing Friday, Saturday at one spot, I definitely say go get it. It's easy. Go get it. I particularly like to spread around. I like to be at this spot. I like to do this, like I like to play too many genres of music. So I can't stay just at Kongs, I love Kongs. I think Kongs is incredible because it's different people every night. It's never the same people.
That's what I love about going there.
Right. So you can play music, and thank God I don't have any restrictions. I'll play a little pop, a little rock, a little Latin, a little hip hop, everything. We reggaeton, todo. We do all of that. But there's some places that won't let their DJs do that. They keep them under wraps. They keep them tied up. But then another night, I'll go Saturday and I'll play house music that you hear in Miami. Same type of house, And then Saturday night, I'll go to the other spot and I'll play Latin music all night long. So being able to do that keeps my mind fresh and keeps me wanting to continue to DJ. Because if I'm in one spot every night playing the same music, not only do the bartenders get tired of you, that's what happens first. The bartenders get tired of that DJ because they know his routine. Because DJs, we could only play but so much music in one night. It's mostly the same hot music. And that hot music stays hot for 3 to 6 months. So we got to play the same music 3 to 6 months. It's the same shit, basically.
The same little drunk motherfuckers.
Basically. You know what I mean? And then new music comes out every week. But I'm just saying, You don't got to play that shit until 4 weeks later most of the time. So you stuck playing this shit for a while. And the bartenders get tired of you, and the people that come like, oh, he does that same routine every week.
So you got to stay.
You got to stay fresh. You got to stay on top of your
Switch
shit.
your shit up.
If I go out to a spot, which will remain nameless, if I go out to a spot and I'm only there once every 2-3 months and you still doing that same routine that I heard you last 2-3 months ago, something ain't right. Something ain't right. Yeah. You ain't putting enough time into this, or it's just so much what you could do. Either way, I don't blame you, because there's nothing more you can do.
Yeah.
You doing your thing. And for that one person that never heard you that night, you was incredible to them. But shit, I've been doing this for this long at Kongs. Y'all, you know what I mean? I got to make it fresh every night. With me, I challenge myself every night to make it different every night. Let's do this time. Let me bug out and play this. They're going, damn, what the hell, Red play? You know, we're going to do it different every night. But that's the reason why I book different parties every time. Like Kongs, then you got this place that wants me to play house. And then even if I DJ daytime at Kongs, I'll play different. I won't play no hip-hop sometimes. I'll play all EDM. I might play a lot more Latin. It's just different every night. I try to keep it fresh. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Can you talk a little bit, too, about the whole freedom thing that you were talking about earlier? How you just like your job because it gives you freedom?
I think that has to do with a lot of DJs who DJ for a living, is because you get to set your own hours, and you're not on nobody else's time.
Because right now you're a full-time DJ.
Full-time. So when you go to the club, you know you got to be there at 9 because the music starts at 10. You know, you out of there by 2:30, 3 o'clock the latest, depending on how you move. You know, and how much you got to pack up. You in and out. 4 hours. What you DJ? If you do 2 gigs a week, what you DJ? What you work? 8 hours? 8 hours a week? You make a decent living, $600, $700, $800 a weekend. It's humble. It's decent. You know, you set your own hours. You could sleep all day Sunday if you want to. Or you could sleep 4 days straight if you want. If you that type of dude. I mean, I got other things, you know, so I'm going. But yeah, you set your own hours. You set your own lifestyle. You live peacefully. You live humbly, and you don't have to be so stressed out. With me, as I get older, I want to live a stress-free life. And that's why I be trying to push on the younger kids. Trust me, dog. Don't stress your life now, because it's going to hurt you later. Try to be stress-free, because that's so important.
That's a big one.
For these young people, you young guys, man, it's going to take over in a minute. Remember to stay stress-free, because the brain, you got to keep that shit healthy. Keep the mind healthy. And if you stressed out all the time, you're not going to make it. You're not going to make it. Stress puts 10 years on your life, no matter what.
You heard that, motherfucker?
Yeah.
Turbulence.
Tranquilito, tranquil. You got to be tranquil. You got to be calm. Keep everything humble, stress-free, calm. Don't put too much bullshit in your body, man. Like, we all like to have a drink here and there, but when you're doing that shit every night, it's as bad as being an alcoholic.
Yeah, it's something I'm mindful, but I don't want to be that guy, because, you know, that like keeps preaching it. Because I do like to, at least the people that are around me, like, hey, you know, you're eating that shit, or drinking it. That shit is gonna sneak up on you later, and I feel like
I think it's a little different coming from him though, because he's in the lifestyle like every night, you know. So he knows how it is to be around. Yeah,
I just want to forward the info. You know what I mean?
Right,
like,
right.
I feel like,
but you're aware of it though.
Yeah, I could give you game. Like, I'm gonna give you game so that you can be my age and still be good. You know what I mean? And you a young kid I see with potential coming up. I'ma always want to give it. The thing with the kids coming up, they don't want to hear nothing. They already know everything. You know, they're
like, I'm young.
I'm good, dude. I'm good. I know how to live life. I know what I'm gonna do. I know I could pop these pills today and be good. Like, you know what I mean? Do your thing. I never knock nobody for how they have fun. Do your thing. Drink, smoke, do what you want to do. But don't expect to have the life expectancy of anybody else your same age when you doing shit different. You know, you just got to live smart. I ain't saying be an angel, man. None of us are angels, man. We all do our wild shit, you know. I'm up 24 hours sometimes, man, because of my insomnia, you know. But I know how to take care of my body the next day if that happens. You ain't going to see me out about again, because I'm going to take the whole day and recover, take care of my body. You know, but a lot of these kids, man, they just come up and they wild out. They don't want to hear it, and they just overdoing it, and they only thinking about today, which is all right, I guess, man, because who knows, tomorrow's not promised. But if you could extend your life, and I asked you, would you like to? I'm sure most people be like, yeah, I want to live past 40.
Like, if you know, like, today is Monday. If you know you're going to get fucked up Saturday, prepare your body for it. Drink a lot of water, eat healthy and shit. So when you do get fucked up that Saturday, Sunday, you're not too fucked up and you can recover faster.
And like you said, it sounds like we preaching.
Right.
And I get it. I'm not that dude. I'm the biggest, partiest dude. He'll tell you, I love to have fun. But I'm aware of what's going on.
Yeah.
You're aware of that marathon of the long run type shit.
That's the biggest thing. And I think a lot of times a younger crowd, when they're on that fast lane, they're just like, fuck it, you know? And
yeah. And how you going to argue with them, you know what I mean? Nobody could tell me what to do, you know, when I was back then. I was fortunate to be around older dudes, and I watched and I learned, and then I fixed my shit, a lot of my shit. I fixed a lot of my shit, you know what I mean? Motherfuckers ain't trying to fix their shit.
Yeah, I think if you're, at least you're, because it's the same with me. It's like, I look at my family members and friends, and like, especially like the older generation, it's like they all have to take minimum 10 pills to control either blood pressure, diabetes, this and that. And it's like complications that they didn't prevent when they were younger because, again, they use that shit of like, oh, I'm young.
I knock on wood, man, because I'm not on no meds. I'm not on nothing. And I know I'm a lot older than these DJs that's rocking out here, but at the same time, I'm taking care of myself as much as I can. Not perfectly, but as much as I can. I don't do hard drugs, you know, and I don't knock nobody who does. Sometimes I'm hanging out with those people who do hard drugs. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit here like an angel. I just don't do that shit. I can't put my body through that because I don't think my body can make it. You know, to be honest.
So at some point, were you wilding out?
I don't want to test it. What's up?
At some point, were you wilding out when you were
I think
younger, I think
my 20s when I was touring, when I was with Camp Low, and I was with Jay-Z, and I was with Foxy, and we was doing our thing almost every weekend on the road. You know, I was touring. You gotta understand, man. I was touring from 20 years old to 30 years old straight, like nonstop.
So 10 years.
So we was going hard. You know what I mean? Going hard on these roads, different cities every night. You know, sometimes we do 35 city tours. Most tours are 35 city. We would do a 35 city tour in 2 months and hit that road hard and be partying after parties every night after the show. And if we didn't have a show that night, but we was in that city, we was trying to find where we was going to party.
Popping.
Nobody wanted to stay in the hotel. We was in our 20s. We was doing this shit hard, going hard, you know. And I was wilding out, doing all the wrong shit. You know? Not living like I should have been living. But at that moment, I didn't have nobody in my ear. Back then, the older dudes wasn't really telling me what to do. I was watching, but they wasn't really telling me, yo, don't do this, don't do that. And Kid Capri somewhat kind of pushed me in the right direction because he wasn't big on drugs either. He didn't do no drugs. He didn't really drink.
Yeah.
He barely drank. So Kid was like the most positive dude. He's my big brother. He's my big brother to this day. He's the only dude that will check me in the instant. Like, call me, yo, what you doing? You know what I mean? He still to this day will check me. So you always need that older dude in your life, you know? He kept me straight. Like, I could have messed up. Like, I could have messed up a lot of times. And thank God I met him in 93. And he kept me straight ever since then. You know what I mean? So, I had my time wilding out. We wilded out. You know, with Foxy, it was hell of a ride. You know?
Oh, yeah. I mean, at least you got, you were fortunate enough to have, close friends that were able to, like, check you and, hey, man, like.
Gave a fuck about me.
And, I mean, that's cool that I like how you experienced that, and now you're just kind of like, I'm not doing that shit. You know, like, but you get a taste of it, and then you're just like,
I can see it coming, too. That's the ill shit. Like, I'll be like, oh, he's going down that road where I've been. I see it coming. Like, he don't even know what's about to happen, you know? I can see it coming.
And you
now.
see cycles of it go through every.
I can see it coming. There's a couple of DJs in this city. Like I can see a couple of DJs in this city, and I'm like, wow, man. If I could only talk to you, or you would only let me talk to you, I could help you, B. I could help you.
Yeah, drugs are one hell of a drug, because it's just like, it's a part of life, bro. Like, it doesn't matter how you just can't como decimos nosotros, tú no puedes tapar el sol con un dedo. You just
Así
can't.
es.
You can't.
Así
You know what I'm
es.
saying? It's just, it's a part of it, you know? And I try to, at least the people that are in my circle that do whatever fucking kind of drugs, is like, hey, minimize that shit a little bit, you know? Minimize it as much as you can.
Do your thing. Have fun.
You know, yeah, you know, like, and it's like, but look at the long run. Like, shit can just end, you know, like, you never know, you know what I'm saying? Like,
And when you on that road, man, one thing is when you on that road, like DJs here, they just DJ here. That's it. They're not trying to do anything bigger. Most DJs, not every DJ, but most DJs in this city of Oklahoma, this is it. Oh, I'm DJing 3 nights a week, 4 nights a week. I'm good. I got my little crib. I'm good.
comfortable.
That's it. There's no, they don't want to do anything else. You know what I mean? I've done it on every level. Every level. Smallest to the biggest. You know, when you on that stage and it's 50,000 people and you feel the wind from the people screaming, you know what I mean? That level is unmatchable, you know? So I see kids doing it today and they comfortable. We could take this DJ shit to another level. You know, with your popularity, even in your little city, you can make it bigger. You know what I mean? We could do this shit on a bigger level. You could even help me as much as I help you.
Yeah. I think it's interesting, man. Oklahoma is an interesting market. You know, it's an interesting city because it's like our challenge is to just be the biggest podcast in the damn city and then expand from there. And we've been, like I said, we've been receiving the love from it. But right now we're trying to take it to the next level where every single person knows about the damn podcast. And it's our mission because, like, just like the artist, there's plenty of talented artists out here that's trying to make a name for the city. And we're trying to do the same with the podcast. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we can make it happen, and we're going to prove to the people that, Oklahoma City and the people from Oklahoma can make some shit happen, can make some shit go viral, and just, you know what I'm saying? Like,
just give it.
It goes back to what you were saying about the club night. Like, this is basically the same thing. Like, we had to build it from scratch. Like, from sitting on a little couch to just, little by little add different shit. Yeah. Eventually it'll get there. Like,
but you take it serious. That's the thing. Integrity, man. You know, like, I feel like if you take it serious and you put in the hard work, I'm talking about really dedicate yourself to if this is your passion. DJ was my passion, is my passion. I put in the hard work and it paid off. It probably paid off a little too soon, and I didn't know how to deal with it in the beginning. You know what I mean?
That's huge right there. Because
for real. Like, maybe
that can fuck people's life up.
Yeah, maybe it paid off for me too soon. 3 years was kind of quick. You know what I mean? I'm already in another city, and I didn't, you know what I mean? And it blew my mind. Maybe that was a little too quick for me to understand.
The dopamine was off the roof.
I didn't, but y'all putting in the work, and if you keep studying your craft, you could take this shit wherever you want to take it. Just put the work in. Because one thing I know is I put the work in and it paid off. You know, to this day, I'm eating off of music.
Yeah.
Off of music. Whether I wrote some songs.
And doing like what you love at the end of the
10,
day.
20 years ago, and it's still giving me checks in the mail today. That was because of my hard work back then. Eat, sleep, breathing, thinking this music shit all day long. And we didn't even get into none of that part of my life, But
so other than DJ, you write and you MC basically, right?
Yeah, it just turned. It took a weird turn, man, because I didn't ever want to rap. I told you.
Yeah.
In the beginning, all I wanted to do was DJ. But when I got on the road and I started seeing that it's bigger than DJing, that's when I was like, damn, man, maybe I could, And then I met people, and people found out that I could write. And I never really was the dude who was like, yo, I'm this rapper dude. When I get to high school, I put it out there a little bit that I could rap. And, I started winning like talent shows and stuff like that. And then it happened. So when I started DJing, and I was DJing for Jay-Z at the time, and Jay would take me to his crib in Brooklyn on State Street. State Avenue or State Street? I think it was State Street. And he started listening to me through other stuff I was doing, and then we kind of vibed. And when he found out I could rap, he took me serious, you know what I mean? And that's when it gave me the confidence to like let other people, because the first day I met Jay, we went at it. Me and him battled, like basically battled.
Oh yeah, there's a video on the internet of a rap battle. So kind of talk to us
I
about
wish
that.
somebody videoed it because it would
have been hella epic.
It would have been epic. But the cassette, well, the music is out there of it. The audio part of it is out there on YouTube. You can check it. Red Handed.
Yeah, we'll drop the link on there.
Yeah, Red Handed versus Jay-Z. But that's when we first met, and you know, he was blown away, but I was overwhelmed because I knew the kid. I just never met the kid.
So was this Jay-Z
pre Reasonable Doubt?
So was he riding with Dame Dash and everybody at that point?
or still?
Yeah. He was with Jay. He was
already
with Jay,
Rockefeller.
but we was in Clark Kent, a DJ by the name of Clark Kent. We was in his house, and Chubby Chub was doing a mixtape, and he wanted me and Jay on the beginning of that mixtape to make his mixtape exclusive. Like, yo, Red Handed versus Jay-Z. But it didn't really supposed to be. It wasn't supposed to be like that. It was just supposed to be like me and Jay spitting. But then when I spit, then he was like, hold up, this kid kind of coming at me. So he came back, and then I went back, and then, you know, it just ended up being something that we didn't plan it to be. So it felt like a battle, but really it was just two rappers just going off. You know, we wasn't battling. It wasn't a battle technically. Then people start saying, yo, you got him. And they was like, nah, Jay got him. And it just turned into that. And then when it just re-released a few years ago, it would happen again, the whole talk about who won. But really, we wasn't battling. We was just rapping. You know what I mean? That's the first day we met. And then I started DJing for him. And we would drive from Brooklyn to the Bronx. He would drive me home some nights, and we would be sharing verses in the car. This is all real facts, I'm telling you. You know? And sometimes he'll write a verse from riding from his house to my house because he don't write. He just, in his head, he just hold all the lyrics. And he never wrote a word down ever.
Do you write?
Yeah, I had to write because my memory sucks ever since I was a kid.
Yeah,
And
same.
this kid, though, he would literally, hold up, I got something. In the middle of the ride, I'm like, what are you talking about? Nah, I got something. And he just wrote it right there, but he doesn't write literally, but he wrote it in his head. And he'll just say it, man. And it gave me a lot of confidence to write. So, I started writing for people. That's when my ghostwriting career started.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, I could use this because I don't really want to rap. So maybe I could write for other people.
So you can spit some shit right now?
So I could write for other people. Look, see, I could write.
So it's a no.
Maybe. Let me. Yeah.
Let him finish that story.
All right.
The whole ghostwriting thing was just this. See, how you put me on the spot. I don't like being in the front. I like to be behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always like to be behind the scenes. So when somebody asked me to rap, that wasn't my thing. I just wanted to write, but I didn't really want to rap. Even in very little kids, we had a little small group, me and my cousins, and I wrote for my cousin so he can rap because I didn't want to rap. So even from the very beginning, it was always there. It's just I didn't want to do that. Anyway, so when people learn I could write, and I just want to keep it 100 with y'all. When people learned that I could write, they started hiring me to write for them, certain people. So I did it, but I did it out of love. I didn't know I could get paid like I did, and I didn't know that it would pay me still 20 years later. You know what I mean? I just did it out of love. So I was ghostwriting, like, what? She gonna sing my song? And then you hear it and you like, damn, you know?
So really, if they were assholes, they could have just took your shit and
Could never take my shit because we had relationships. I didn't deal with nobody I didn't know.
Okay.
We had relationships, you know. If me and Foxy worked together, that's my sister. To this day, even when she pissed at me, it's my sister. You know what I mean? Angie Martinez. So I don't give a fuck if I ain't talked to her in 10 years. I'ma still treat her with love when I see her.
Yeah.
You know, we worked together already. That's history. Go look at the first album. You know, I got plaques on my mother's wall because I wrote records for people. You know, whether it was mine or whether it was theirs, I worked with people already. I have that in my resume. That's facts. You can't change that. You know what I mean? You can change a lot of shit, but you can't change the fact that I wrote that record.
Yeah.
You dig? So I was making my money on the side, DJing, writing, and then I had to get a group, my rap group, in like '99, we had a group called One Life to Live. We got signed. I never thought we would get signed. I didn't want that responsibility, but we got signed. You know what I mean? We was making good music. Then after that, I got signed as a solo artist. It was just shit that I was doing. I didn't really want to.
It happened because of you being out there.
Organically, man.
Yeah.
All of that, all of my shit was blessings and connections and people just respecting my craft, you know. It was just like that, you know.
So right now,
life's inaccurate, filled with emasculate, facts of it. Life's inaccurate, filled with emasculate, castigate, cracked the wit, friends, fam, and foes, here's the facts of it, some backward shit. Got my mind twisted like a pretzel, I bet you running from some niggas trying to get you. We brawling today, tomorrow we falling away, got family calling to say, it's all in the day. Came close to sniffing coke, inhaled on different smoke, but didn't choke. Drank from my prison folks. Part of me is part of me, and for the heart of me, it's hard to see niggas robbing me. Fuck you, player haters. Now I fight for my life like Sarah Connor. Get money because I'm rather fond of smoking marijuana. They gave me this life. Niggas pushing gauges and knives. We seeing flashes and gashes from different stages of life. We weed chasers. My people be feeding the free bases. Cops indeed chasers, but we never need. Cause we professionals, specialists with empathy of this business in this entity. We feel no sympathy. Behold the staff, Cubanos, Morenos, Dominicanos, mano y mano to make dinero. We men of peace, getting money like the Genovese. Had some friends get hurt, had some friends deceased. But still, despite what we've been through, we still must continue soliciting through each and every venue.
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Shit.
that's some bars, man. That's
Bars?
some bars. That's
Hell yeah.
and that's some lyrical shit, man. That's not no.
It's old too. Nothing I could tell you right now would be brand new unless it was other stuff I wrote for other people. Because I don't write for myself anymore much.
So you never got the urge to be like, I want to shoot my music video, or I want to.
Yeah. And my cousin pushes me to do all of that even today. He's like, yo, let's just do it for fun. Let's just do it. And I still might, but it's not. That's not my passion.
Right.
To be the guy, you know, the rapper dude. Like, I find it corny, to be honest. Like,
I got you.
I just don't know how dudes could be rappers. You know what I mean? I think it's just corny. It's just corny. Like, I just think being a rapper is corny because you got to be this guy that you're really not.
Yeah.
That's what
you can kind of sense it too in a certain. Like,
I don't know how people don't see right through
to,
it most of the time.
Trying to bash here, but it's like you can sense that certain people like that ain't you, bro. Like,
well, what Dame Dash, I saw an interview, and he was talking about that. A lot of times, the rappers were basically talking about what the street dudes were doing. So, like, the rappers were basically just talking about it. They weren't actually out there. They maybe had a cousin or some shit. But they weren't the ones.
That's what made Jay special, because he was actually living the life he was talking about. If you go back to the first album, Reasonable Doubt, he was living that life.
So like back then, was their crew like? Because the way I picture it is like, who was it? It was Dame, Biggs, Jay. Who else was
Ty.
So at that point in time, where they just run in the city, because that's what, like, when I watch like Dame Dash interviews and shit, that's what it seems like. Like when he would pull up, everybody would just be.
It was just in the beginning. Riding. We was I won't say we. They were coming out of pocket.
Yeah. Like
literally, they'll go, work and then put it back in the music. Like, oh, we're gonna do a video today. Let's do it. Where we going? St. Thomas. I'm like, what? St. Thomas? How you got money? Like, we're going to all go to St. Thomas. They was paying for it out of their pocket. Their hard-earned money, they was putting it back in. And we're going to have our own record company, and we're going to do it by ourselves. Rockefeller Records. And so it got popular in New York. So whenever Jay, Dame, Biggs pulled up, it was a big deal. It was like, oh, these dudes coming out. They had Lexuses and Benzes before anybody had those cars, in New York.
People just respected the fact that they were putting their own bread into their
grind. You got to respect that grind,
Yeah.
So
one thing that when you get into the artist scene or the rapper scene, like a lot of people don't realize that you got to invest money. You got to invest money. Like it's
especially
when you're not going to see that shit right back.
No,
exactly.
And nobody's giving you a deal, right? It's tough to get a deal. So Jay and them did it on their own. They're like, oh, we'll do it on our own, and don't worry about how quick it's going to come back.
Yeah.
But we're going to get a big deal. Somebody's going to sign our record company. So if Def Jam wants to put out Rockefeller, it's going to cost them a few million.
Yeah.
And that's what happened.
And see, that's the biggest thing. Like on the Breakfast Club, they were saying that Def Jam was basically owned Rockefeller, and it was like Dame Dash was saying it was like a partnership, more like, because they had already built the shit. Basically, they just came and made it bigger.
Or like when Master P signed his company, like when Priority, I think it was Priority Records signed No Limit. That was like huge. And then Cash Money got the deal from Universal. Universal gave them a distribution deal and was like, here's 30 million. That was huge back then. Like it was like, oh my God.
To be a rapper, like you'd be like, what the
it was huge to get your label signed to a big label, you know, like, because they wasn't just signing Lil Wayne and big timers back then. And, you know, they signed Cash Money and say, yo, we're going to put your records out. And then the type of deal they signed was 70-30. So, Baby, you know, Birdman and all them was getting all the money. Birdman and Slim, the owners of Cash Money, when they said, yo, we're going to do a deal with Universal, but only if we get 70, you get 30. Universal was down with it. They was like, cool, you the hottest thing in music right now. Let's do it.
They had leverage. Even that 30% was a shit ton.
That's what Rockefeller had at that time. Jay got hot, so they had leverage. And I was lucky to be a part of it. I was DJing for that dude for a minute. For that first album run, I was with Homeboy for a little bit. And we rocked together. He showed me and taught me a lot of shit. And then as life went on, and I had my own opportunity, and I was able to work with Timberland, he taught me a lot of other shit too.
Damn.
And Kid Capri taught me a lot of shit. I got blessed with these people in my life. This is the reason why I want to give it back, because I feel like it's not supposed to be held. I got to give it to the younger kids. I want to give it to the younger dudes coming up. Give it, because I was giving it.
There's no point. Yeah, there's no point in taking it to the grave. Like
even
what?
the high managed.
I mean, those
like,
stories
you know
are
what I mean?
fucking crazy that you haven't even like done already something, you know? Because it's like I'm sitting here thinking like, damn, this motherfucker, he kicked it with Timberland and like you got to
my
see
peoples too. Like not just like yo one time. You know, we worked together for a while.
Yeah, it was a
like,
relationship. It wasn't just like
we just like if I bump into him today, it's gonna be like, oh, so what you doing tonight? Like where we gonna eat? Like that's, you know, relationships I've built. And I haven't fucked up my relationships over the years.
So how were you able to deal with all that? Like he said earlier, dopamine. Because when all this shit is happening, like you're like, you know, that exciting factor of like, oh shit, I'm literally in the studio right now with, you know, Jay or whatever. Like how were you able to be cool about it and collect?
Yeah, it is that too. Like, and then even like at a young age, you say you were touring, going to different cities and partying. Like that shit got to be off the roof type shit. You know what I'm saying?
You know who I could thank a little bit for? DJ Premier. He took me to my first industry party, and he told me how to act. Literally told me how to act before we walked in. He was like, yo, Red, when we go in here, you're going to see a lot of celebrities that you see on TV.
Don't act like a fan.
He told me that. He said, don't be groupied up. Don't be in Eazy-E's face when you see him, or you see this person, you see whoever you see rapper, say what's up and keep it moving. That's what he said. He said, don't make them feel uncomfortable. You know, just treat them like they're you and me. They're anybody else is just people that you know are celebrities, but be cool. That was the first party he ever took me to, and I saw so many people that night, and he would introduce me, and I, you know, said what's up, and that was it. We kept it moving. And everything I went to after that, I kept that same attitude, kept that same energy, you know. And when I met Tim was one of my, like I really wanted to meet Timberland, and when I met him, it just was an instant connection me and him had, and it was cool because he knew I loved music, and I just, you know, everybody would leave because he was producing music for us at the time. We got like 2 or 3 songs from him, and when I was in the studio with him, I would just admire his work ethic because he would do shit fast. You know, it didn't take him 3 days to make a beat; it took him 20 minutes to make a beat. You know, a full beat, and then he would add on to it as it went on. And then sometimes, you know, we in there. That's how I met Aaliyah. God rest her soul. I met Aaliyah. I met Genuine through Timberland, and I met Missy through Timberland. And those relationships I'll cherish for the rest of my life because they were organic. I didn't force myself on nobody.
Yeah.
Tim made me stay in the studio for no reason to listen to what he was doing. He taught me how to create music sonically with a different sound, and I learned a lot from Tim with when it comes to music. I could give him a lot of props, you know, because he definitely taught me a lot about music, and Jay taught me a lot about lyrics and flow, how to flow. Jay told me, you could be a dope MC you could be a half-ass writer, but if your flow is dope, you're gonna win. It can't be the other way around. So you could be the best lyricist in the world, but if your flow is whack,
Yeah.
you're not gonna win. So it's more important to have a good flow and be a rapper than have dope lyrics.
Yeah.
Cause we could say some half-ass shit, but I could say it so dope where you'd be like, oof, he just
There's
flowing
no
his ass.
what you say is how you say it.
How you say it. That's a better way to say what I was trying to say. You know, and so I learned from all these dudes in the game, man, on my way up. I kept that, and I was able to apply it to everything I did, whether it was writing for this person, writing for that person, producing, because I was also producing in the game for a long time, produced some music for these people, and then I did business with these people. I opened for Kid Capri, all his parties around the world. He gave me that opportunity, and then I toured with Foxy Brown all around the world, Japan, Europe, Africa. I went to Africa, man, like just things I would never imagine.
Like basically you learn how to maneuver, and then from that point on, so many opportunities just came off of you moving right.
Exactly. I think if you do music, you should do music. You know what I mean? You shouldn't just be a producer, because if you limit yourself, you could expand. If y'all doing this right now, this is, why not? This thing could cross over into actual radio. You know what I mean? And you can get a big check for doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't think we want to do that, though.
No, I'm not saying that that's what you want to do. I'm telling you that it's there for you.
Yeah.
See,
there's an option.
Your options are gonna grow from this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, let's do. Now you got your cameras going. You got your audio. You know how to set all this up. This is a step in the right direction, because all your options are growing. Mm-hmm. You a young fella. You got your whole life ahead of you. Why stop here? This is just the beginning.
Yeah.
This is just the beginning. You're going to see along the way, I don't even got to say it, but you're going to see, damn, this door just opened for us now. Now we can do this on top of this, or add this to what we're doing now.
Even just having guests, bro, to be honest, I mean, like having you is fucking cool, because you're out there in the heart of the city, so to have you in here just spreading this knowledge is an opportunity,
This is what I love. This is what I love to do. On the car ride over here, I told him, I don't feel good unless I'm giving. I don't feel, my heart, my mind don't feel good. I can't function unless I'm giving. My whole life, I made music and I made money, but I was able to give to my family, to my friends. And I may not be in the greatest position right now as far as life and where I should have been if I did the right thing. At a younger age, I'll be in a better place, but I'm not in a bad place. I'm okay. My family is, for the most part, healthy, safe, struggling in New York with the COVID right now. But
speaking of the COVID, what did that do to you as far as business? And what did you do to adjust?
It killed the DJ business. To this day, we just now getting back to normal as far as DJs, not partying wise, but now you're picking up your gigs again, you're getting the calls. It's starting to get back to normal, but it's nowhere near normal. My money is not. I don't
think it's gonna get.
The money is not back to normal yet. So, and then I look at my bigger name DJ friends; they're not working at all. At least I'm in this city and I'm back to work. The big name DJs ain't working at all, brother. They online doing stuff for the fans, but they not making no money. They not able to go make 10 grand a weekend no more. Like they've been making.
Yeah.
Now they home.
That's
for
crazy.
Months. Think about those DJs. See, my
but
thing,
they gotta be there's gotta be another way, because I know like artists, when they drop an album, I know they're making money off of that, but also
but not the same amount as they would for a show. That's
I'm saying like that's a
so if they
part
have
of the
a
revenue.
lifestyle that's wild, and then they're used to getting those big ass fucking checks.
It's
now
all
you're getting is like the Apple Music and Spotify. Is like, oh shit.
Yeah, it's a part of the touring is a pretty big chunk of your revenue.
Dude, think about new rappers.
Yeah.
Like don't talk about the rappers that have been going 10 years. Let's
cool.
leave those out, because they all right. Financially, they should be a lot better off, right? Think of all the new cats that have come out in the past 2 years, just 2 years.
That's what we said.
Not
I
the
was
Drakes.
telling him earlier, Lil Xan had like a panic attack. That's probably, he's a young artist.
Not the Drakes who's established.
I feel like he grew up in that era of like depression. Like
Depression.
It's
Well,
not
that
like
has to do with it too.
yeah, like that era of like
Mental health,
depressed,
right?
like yeah,
Mental health.
yeah, like this generation is like more like you know they'll fall in that depressed thing, and I feel like he's one of them. Now if you talk about Lil Baby has a tough mind. You know, he's like, yeah, I was in the trenches and I was fucking hustling and this and that, and I didn't have the best, you know, childhood, but hey, I'm strong-minded thanks to so-and-so, my parents, this and that. They're able to figure shit out. You know what I'm saying?
But think about how these rappers right now, even the younger generation, but even some of the established ones that were on fire. Let's say the Baby, who was the hottest rapper this year so far, right? This year. We're just going to talk about first 6 months of this year. This kid is on the top of stardom right now. I don't like to count nobody's pockets. From what I've heard, he was at 300,000 a show when it died.
Who's this? I'm sorry.
The Baby.
The Baby. Okay.
All right. So he was getting 300,000 a show at the time. It could be more. I'm just telling you what I heard.
That's a big chunk.
So you getting 300,000 a show. You on fire. You're doing 4 shows a week at least. At least. All right. So when he says in his songs, I just made $1 million over the weekend, that's real talk. He's telling you real talk. He's never done that before. So he wants to let everybody know he's excited. I just made $1 million in a weekend. You know? Yeah, you pay your overheads and maybe you go home with 700, 600. But you made that, right?
Crazy.
So that don't happen forever, right? Foxy Brown will take you back to that. For those listening that don't know who Foxy Brown is, a female rapper from Brooklyn, New York, was the shit in the 90s, right? At her peak, let's say. I'm not putting her business out there so she would get pissed at me. But let's say at her peak, she's on fire now. 100,000 a show, right? At that time, 100,000, 200,000 a show, whatever the case. Let's just say at her peak. And when you cool off and your album, you know, it was out already a year, so now you cool off. So now cold, she makes 50 grand, cold, or 25 grand, cold, ice cold. Now let's just say on the level, go back to the Baby. So on the level of the Baby, 300, he's on fire. That means he's getting ready to go towards $500,000 a show. Easy, right? He's on fire. New album getting ready to drop. I want y'all to understand what happens. So now March comes and COVID strikes and everything gets shut down. He can't make that money. There's no, you can't say, there's nothing that for sure says he's going to get that chance to be that hot ever again. So it really destroys livelihoods, because he might never be that hot again. Not every rap. Think about
it's a tough scenario.
For instance, a Blueface who had Tatiana, right? Biggest record he ever put out. When he got it. He went and took it. He was up to 200, 250 a show, whatever it was, killing it. He ain't never been that hot again.
Yeah.
He ain't never been that hot again.
That's the thing. It's like
when you got it, you got to take advantage.
Exactly.
When you on fire, you got to go eat. Eat.
Yeah.
Not like established artists like Lady Gaga. No matter what, she gets $1 million a show now.
Yeah.
No matter what, right?
Like a
Jay-Z,
Riri,
$1 million a show.
yeah.
Beyonce, $2 million a show. Whatever the case.
That's a different. Drake,
they established forever.
Yeah.
They're done. That's it. They don't have to make no more music. They're gonna get that price no matter what. But for the dudes that's just coming up,
the
Baby ain't always gonna be 300. You know, when he start cooling off and he don't got no more hits that people love, he gonna always maybe get 50. Always, forever, 45. You know, but
look at all that
300, 500.
I feel like
$1 million a show,
and that's
where he was headed. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So COVID, getting back, it affected me, but on a smaller level. You know what I mean? It was the same shit. I'm doing good. I'm rolling.
I don't know who we had on the fucking podcast, but they told, or where I heard it, but if you have a little boat, you can maneuver more, so you can kind of move around and shit.
Yeah.
But if you have a big ass Titanic, good luck trying to turn that shit.
And it's gonna sink. It's gonna sink, right? Me, I wasn't on that level, but thank God it didn't last that long for me.
Yeah.
But 3 months, that shit is tough. You try not to make no money for 3 months. You know what I mean? You almost feel like you gotta get back on the block.
Yeah.
You know?
No,
for real.
For sure, man.
It feels like that. You better have a brown paper bag under the bed or something, because it's a rainy day and it's time for that rainy day fun. You know, it's serious.
So what did you do throughout that time?
Man, I wrote 10 songs in the month of April. I was.
Hey, you got the government over here spying on us and shit.
That's crazy. See how Siri just went off by herself?
Yeah. Nosy ass bitch.
That's crazy. Take shit off. Hold up. But I was writing because I knew I wanted to submit. I submitted songs. I wanted to submit songs to the City Girls, and I wanted to submit songs to another rap chick, Brianna Perry, and I wanted to submit to Sweetie, and I wanted to submit to Megan. But they said Megan writes, so she didn't want no writers, so that was off the table. But all the other three I'm doing business with right now, and hopefully I could get a certain amount of songs on their albums. That's where we are right now. I don't like to really talk about that too much because it's called ghostwriting for a reason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's what I did in my time because I couldn't do nothing else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I
because like I seen Eddie Brasco, he was doing the whole live thing. How do you what do you think about that?
The life.
Like basically he would set up his DJ equipment and everything.
Oh yeah, they would do a lot of live
And then
stuff.
he was just-
A lot of DJs was doing that. I never did that. I didn't. I was more so hurt by the COVID. Like it was like it hurt me that we couldn't be someplace in a venue live
Doing
rocking.
your
Yeah.
shit you love.
So
it don't hit me the same if you say, yo, Red, let's set up and do it for the people.
Well, I think they were trying to do it just to stay like warm
Relevant.
and like keep your people engaged
Yeah.
and shit.
Yeah,
Like
I
lose
think-
that momentum, you know.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling it. Like I
It
could,
hit you hard. It hit you like
it hit me mentally and hurt me emotionally. Like I was like, damn man, we got to stop doing this now. You know what I mean? But I didn't have that. I didn't have the passion to do anything live. Look, I'm going live this week. I'm not. I didn't.
I was watching or seeing that you were doing like a entry, journal entry almost every day or every 2 days or something.
Yeah,
like that?
yeah. Every day I was doing. You know, I recently just stopped. I was just doing little journals, like you say, just about what happened today. And I think that kept me good up here.
Yeah.
You know, just to be able to vent that. And sometimes dudes are scared to show how vulnerable they are. You know what I mean? And I'm not that dude. Like I don't really have. I don't care how people would, and I know people judge you no matter what, but I didn't really care who was judging my little journals that I was putting up, and I think I got more love from those journals every day in the streets when I was out. And it's like, yo, you don't know how your little quarantine, because they were #quarantine, and your quarantine post got me through. I didn't know I wasn't alone.
Yeah,
You know,
I think that's
people
big,
was
man. 'cause
telling
when
me,
I would
like,
read those, I'd be like, damn, like this is.
It's real. It was
Yeah,
real
some real
shit.
shit.
It was
Yeah.
real shit. Like we was just all going through it, but nobody was talking about it. Nobody wanted to show how vulnerable they was. And I was just like, I really don't give a fuck. What the fuck I got to be scared about? Like I ain't got nothing to hide. I don't have nothing to. I don't come across as nobody I'm not. I'm comfortable in my own skin 100%. And that's the thing I think young people got to get over. Like you ain't got to worry about that. You ain't got to worry about that. Just do your thing. Stay in your own lane, and people will love you for you being you. And that's what I didn't care when I was doing that. Everybody was like, yo, you got to do a book. You got to do this. But it wasn't for that. It was just to give you food for thought sometimes. Yeah. Food for thought, or maybe like if you was going through a tough time and you read my quarantine and what I was feeling at that moment, you're like, damn, this motherfucker feeling the same shit I'm feeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we went through it together at that time because all of us was home for 2 months. All of us. And we was reading each other's shit like, damn. My man right here. Yo, I got you. I'm here. You know what I mean? Yo, what's good? Yo, I was texting niggas when I read their Facebooks like, yo, what up?
Yeah.
Yo, I'm here, Playboy. You need something? What up? Come through. I got wine. I got, you know what I mean? Whatever you want, let's drink this wine. You know, I'm trying to get big on wine now. Like I'm letting go of my
wine. What kind of wine? Red wine or what?
Pinot Noir. Yeah.
My shit is the Cabernet.
Oh, you like cabinets? Okay.
Yeah, that's my shit.
I'm a Pinot Noir guy, but I was like, you know, trying to help dudes on another level because I couldn't do shit financially for nobody at that time. So I'm like, yo, what you need? Come through, kick it, you know, or hit me on the gram and let's fuck around. Let's do a shot challenge and just stay happy, whatever. It was whatever during that moment.
You know, kick event. You know, like that's
And a lot of dudes. I'm not gonna air nobody out, but a lot of dudes took me up on it, man. They talked to me. They cried on the phone with me. You know what I mean? A lot of dudes that people don't, you know.
And I mean, it's a little different because when we see you, you know, you're always that party dude, that tough. You look like, So when you would read the post, it was cool to see that
the other side,
the other side of
the vulnerable
red-handed.
side. It was like, yeah, you don't like even one of my dudes. He DJ. He was like, "Oh, you're not doing your little quarantine today," like making fun of me. You know what I mean? But it didn't matter to me because I know it was hitting him in a certain way where he probably couldn't do that. Yeah. Come to see a few weeks later, who was doing it? Him. You know what I mean? Being vulnerable online, letting people see the real him, the inside, what he's going through and shit like that. It's all right, man. Like, you could clown, but I know it's hitting you another way. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
You just don't want to admit it for whatever reason. You might not be comfortable enough to do that right now.
Like they say on those memes is, but they're not ready to have that conversation.
They're not ready to have that conversation. You
that's
know?
how it is.
I could help you reach that point though in your life. Just be cool. If you know what I mean. If it bothers you too much to be you, there's a problem.
Yeah,
there's a problem.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And let's address it. I ain't saying that it's over now because you have. Let's address the problem. Let's see why you at that point. Let's talk together, and together I could tell you what I went through and what I did. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers don't like to. The basketball players, they be saying they going through mental health issues and they suffer from depression. They get millions of dollars.
Yeah,
suffering from depression. All right, it's bigger than money, dude.
It is.
Money don't make you happy all the time. It might get you through a moment. It might get you nice things in life, but it'll never cure your mental health.
That's the most important thing, too.
And then imagine like you getting a big ass bag, and you don't really have a lot of friends, and then out of nowhere everybody just starts. Hey, that's my nigga Darwin right there. Like
real shit.
For real.
Yeah.
For real.
That has to be depressing as fuck. Like God.
Like you don't know really who. Like even in like the aspect side of like relationship. Like, is this bitch really with me because she loves me, or is she just trying to get my bag? You know, it's a lot of shit. And I get that.
Dude,
that's a whole nother conversation.
Dude, and that's real talk. It's the reason why I'm single today.
Yeah.
You know,
red pill over here.
I think. Dude, I think that's the toughest thing for a dude is to know why the girl's around sometimes, right? Because sometimes you might have some money. You know you got some money, and you like, damn, does shorty just want to hang because I got this money?
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you might be a DJ, and you get in anywhere, walk right in, and the girl might want to tag along because of that.
Yeah.
You know?
And females are special in the sense that they have a hell of a stomach because there are these females that were fucking with Hugh Hefner when he was old and all wrinkled and shit, and they still were.
It was the ride.
They were around there, you know. It was,
but it was the ride, right?
And
it was that ride.
Fake that shit.
One thing I heard is like if you don't have potential, or if you haven't already made it, then like, most girls are just gonna not fuck with you. Like if they don't see some sort of potential or something, they're not.
Or something.
They're
like
gonna find a better option,
right?
You know?
Some kind of clout, fame.
I don't know. I don't know if it's true, but
dude,
it makes
that's real talk because. But you should be cool with that too.
Yeah.
Because if she don't
that's why
see,
they say you got to swallow the pill almost. Like
she don't see potential, and she move on. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't want no. If I'm bumming.
Yeah.
Let's just say I'm bumming, and she sees that I'm better than bumming. She gonna stay. I'm talking about even if I'm on my bottom right now. But if she knows, but this dude gonna turn it around. Like I know this.
Yeah, there's something in him that like
he about to turn it around. You know what I mean? He about to turn around. Where she could be with this dude that's popping right now. Just be like, he's a clown. He's a clown. I'm not going there. You know what I mean? I'm not going there because I know he gonna take a fall and he ain't gonna be able to come back. Whereas this dude, I met him and he's on his bottom, but he's about to turn it around. I could tell he got that that vibe about him. This not where he's supposed to be. So he about to turn around.
It's like
but I'm the same way. I don't want no woman that's not doing anything for herself.
Yeah.
Have some type of potential to be great. You know? Yeah. I was dealing with a girl and I used to tell her like, yo, you got so much potential. That's why I'm like, I love your potential. And you getting ready to do something. Just believe in yourself a little bit more and you're gonna do something great. But believe in yourself. Don't think that this is it for you. Just because you got a couple of kids and then you know what I mean, and turn it around. It's gonna be great. Like the situation on Jersey Shore, he says the comeback is greater than the setback. Dude, I feel those words.
Yeah,
I feel those words because I used to preach to that girl like, yo, dude, you're gonna be so great. You're gonna be a great woman for somebody. It might not be me. But you're gonna be a great woman for somebody. Just keep it up. I'm going after the girl that got the potential, or the girl that got it going. Because I don't want no inactive chick in my life.
For sure.
I don't.
And I think a lot of guys do like that. They like the girl that's not really doing shit, so they can
carry her.
Do whatever they want.
They carry her, and then they could drop her too whenever they want.
One thing I've learned, and then this just goes, and it's like the whole 6ix9ine situation. Cloud is everything, right? Because 6ix9ine comes out from being this rat to now being the cool rat that everybody wants to collaborate with him. Because I didn't think, and even AV, like, we were like, the only people we see is very selective.
Crazy.
And if we do, like, Nicki Minaj is one. And then now, like,
Akon did one too with him, right?
Akon is about to do one with him. But it's all like,
crazy.
It's clout.
Crazy.
It's all clout.
And
like, he got the buzz. Even though he's a snitch, but he got the buzz. I need to hop on that shit.
The crazy shit is he embraced it. That's the thing. So somebody he's paying has told him to embrace it. They didn't tell him, yo, we got to clean ourselves off of this snitch. No.
Embrace it, because it's
somebody
already there.
in his circle said, I'm going to tell you what to do. You're going to embrace this, and we're going to ride it. Embrace it. I bet you everybody's not going to give 2 fucks as long as you put out hot music. So just embrace it.
Yeah.
And we're going to run with it.
I guess that's the lesson you could learn from that fuckery, huh? Like, it's better to embrace something than to run away from it.
What we were talking about, being comfortable in your own skin.
But now
it's who he is, right?
Yeah. But the people that were talking shit, because I remember I told you that Anuel hopped on his, they did a collab together before this post, like pre-snitching and shit. And then they had a live together on Instagram. And then it turns out like Anuel was trying to act like tough because he said in the interview with Complex that he doesn't do none of that snitching shit because it's against the street code, right?
Yeah.
So if it's against the street code, you ain't gonna want nothing to do with it because you came from the streets, you work, you deal with it. You know what I'm saying? So like if somebody comes and snitch, that was your homie. Like if you come and snitch, bro, like I'm from the streets, we're both from the streets, and you snitch, like I ain't gonna fuck with you anymore because you broke that code. You know what I'm saying? So like he was trying to act tough, like like music is music, and then street is street, but like you know what I'm saying, like you did what you did and shit. Like he was just trying to act.
He was talking to him?
Yeah. I was like, nah, bro, you look
goofy.
Yeah, you look goofy, but it all comes down to like, all right, it's just clout. That's all it is. Like you just want to hop on the clout.
You know, he did what he had to do, man. I don't. That's not my business, so I really don't care either way.
Neither. Like he chose that path. I don't give a fuck.
I don't care
like,
either way. All I care about is if he's putting out hot music, man. I don't want to know him personally. I don't care about knowing him personally. I don't know why we have to. Why do we as music lovers have to invest in his personal life? Why do we have to know his personal life to like his music? I don't give a fuck what he does if he's a snitch or he's a crackhead. If his music is dope, that's all I care about. As a music listener, right now? Consumer, I didn't have to play it yet where I've been so far. I didn't have to, but I'm sure I'm gonna have to play Trolls at some point. I'm gonna have to play that record because it's getting hot. It's gaining steam right now. So I'm gonna probably have to play it, and it's cool. Yeah. Whatever. I'm not that dude who's gonna say, "Damn, he got 6 kids. I ain't listening to his music." That's not my business. Whether he's a snitch or how he got out of jail is not my business. What I want to know is, can you still make these hits? That's really, all the younger crowd now, they so invested in an artist personally that they judge the music by it. So now he's a snitch. I don't want to hear his music no more.
Yeah, it goes back to the gossiping thing and like
I'm not
TMZ
and like, I'm just not that dude.
Bro, these people
but
alone.
you don't think it's a hip hop thing though? Like,
man, I'm not that.
I understand music, but like if I understand like whole music, but I think hip hop was built off of that code and
on
all that
credibility
shit.
And all of that crap. Let me tell you.
So
something.
You don't think it waters down the fucking?
This is the one we know who's a snitch. What about all the ones we don't know who's snitching and we love their music? Let's say tomorrow your favorite rapper, whoever it is, I don't know.
Mo 3, motherfucker.
All right. Let's say it's Mo 3, right? And you found out Mo 3 was a snitch now. So now you don't like him? You love his music.
As a person, you don't. But you didn't fall in love with
when I met Yella Beezy in person, I didn't like how he was. So after that, I stopped listening to him as much. But there's still those bangers that I still play here and there.
But you
kind of have a point with that, like loving the music, but not like.
But people are so invested with people's business, and I don't know why it's like that. Because why are you caring so much about his life? Like why? but we only like him because we only really know him because of his music. We don't. Let's not even worry about what he's doing personally. Do whether he's gay or straight. You know, whether he's broke
Can he
or
make some fucking music.
who cares? Let's invest in the music. Now, if the music is whack, then we say, "Oh, that's a horrible song." Like, you know what I mean? That's different. That shit horrible, man. I'm not. That's different. But when people start talking about people's lifestyle, man,
I don't know. I just think it's like it's America, because like if I was watching the Last Dance documentary of Michael Jordan, and I didn't realize, and I'm like, damn, they wore him down to like the mass, because like every single game they interview him, no matter where he goes. Like if he goes to visit his family, there's 1,000 paparazzis, cameras all over. So in the aspect of him performing at a high level every night, he also has to deal with the media. He also has to deal with, you know, false news and this and that. So it was like, I felt him like at a certain point, like him performing at a high level and then dealing with the media's bullshit is like, it's exhausting. So he had to retire from that, because not only you have the media, but he also lost his dad, and like it was just mentally exhausting. So he had to take time off, and I'm like realizing that shit. And it kind of goes back to LeBron. Like LeBron is in his position right now as far as like the tension, the media, like the
wherever he goes,
whatever he does. Thank God he hasn't been controversial. He's been taking this shit. You know, he doesn't reply to the haters as much hate as he gets for just being a great athlete and doing amazing things on and off the court. But it's exhausting. Like, LeBron this, LeBron that, Michael Jordan is. Like,
these people have to, I understand.
Yeah,
these people have to have the perfect life in order for you to like what they do. That's crazy to me. And I always be in my crib like, why do people care so much?
Right.
But it's almost like this person has to be the perfect person for you to like what they do. So Michael Jordan got to be this perfect dude for you to like Michael Jordan as a ball player.
Yeah.
6ix9ine has to not be a snitch in order for you to like trolls with Nicki Minaj. Bullshit, you love trolls. Stop it. You know what I mean? Like, we could go on and on with different people, with different people in the industry or outside of the industry, on basketball, in the sports, or whoever, regular people on TV. Now, I don't like him, dude, because I heard he's gay.
Yeah.
Now you don't like him because he's gay. You just went to like 6 of his movies. He's a dope-ass actor. Yeah. But you just found out he's gay. Now you don't want to go see none of his movies no more.
Hey, it's the type that be jamming to fucking trolls, and here's Nicki Minaj. This shit fire.
It doesn't make sense.
Fuck.
Turn
that shit off.
It doesn't make sense. But think about it. It doesn't make sense. Because if you didn't know, you would love the music.
Yeah.
Right? If you never found out he was a snitch.
No, I didn't like that clown anyway.
All right, so you didn't like him anyway.
Well, in the case of 6ix9ine, is what I say. 6ix9ine got relevant because of the beef and troll, and like, because his music is aight. Like you can jam to it once at a club and this and that, but like,
yeah, I don't think there's many people in New York, because that's where we New York dudes trying to come back in music, right? We took a hit, but all the New York dudes, they don't really care about him. They don't really care about him, and then they hear his music, they'll fuck with a certain song. But nobody really cares. Like, it's like whatever. In New York, nobody's in nobody's business. It's like, Fabio, I could name names, Fabio Foreign, and Pop Smoke, for instance. Yeah. Probably the two hottest dudes in New York right now, coming up out of New York. And everybody.
Pop Smoke, the one that passed?
Yeah, the past. Yeah. You know what I mean? Them dudes are like, Fabio's still alive. Them dudes were on the way up. Nobody really invested in, they just was talking about their music. Like, this shit was dope. This shit crazy. We don't know what he does over there, but the music was crazy. Nobody knew Pop Smoke outside of New York. Then he died. Now everybody knew Pop Smoke. Yeah.
Dyer. What is it called? Dyer, the song that he had, or the
Dior. Yeah.
That shit, I don't even know what the fuck that is, but it bangs.
It bangs. And Welcome to the Party was before that. You know what I mean? And people don't even know that. But those dudes had music to represent who they were. They didn't really have a personality yet that you fell in love with. You fell in love with the music. You didn't know shit about them, but you fell in love with the music. And I just don't know, like, this new era is just all about what you doing outside of music. I want to know who
reality TV.
I want to know who you boning and who and this and that. Whereas I'm more like, let me see if his music is dope. I like him. I don't really care. Like, I just want to know. And when we used to do music, when I was doing music, I just hoped people liked it. I didn't care if they liked me. When I first got to the city, I found out through other people that people thought I was an asshole. You know what I mean? I didn't know why, because I really didn't I didn't do anything to
Yeah.
people. I didn't treat people bad. I didn't treat people like shit. But I got this rep like I was an asshole. And an ex-girlfriend of mine told me, she said, I just think it's your swag, the way you probably, it's your New York shit with you or whatever, the way you walk in and it just kind of comes with the territory or whatever that.
Yeah.
Like you look
have
like
a strong presence.
you feel like you're above everybody. I said, I don't feel like, don't say I feel like I'm above everybody. He said, yeah, but people think you're above everybody. You know what I mean? She used to tell me that. And I was like, it's a girlfriend of mine at the time. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, really? How could I clean that up? Because I don't want nobody to think I'm a douchebag. I don't want nobody to think I'm an asshole because I'm so not that person. Know me, because to know me is to love me. Like, I'm one of the coolest dudes you could ever meet and so down to earth and so not about that life.
Do you think maybe it's because of what you said earlier, though? Like, you're used to coming into the building and just kind of being standoffish and not really...
It could be that I was a loner, per se. You know what I mean? And I didn't really, like, in the beginning, my first year here, I was a loner. I didn't trust nobody. I walked around with a gun in my pants all the time. It was like that. I was paranoid. I thought somebody was going to pop me from somewhere. You know what I mean? So I was always on edge.
On
I
edge.
was always on edge. And I think I brought that from New York. Coming here,
Yeah.
like I was just like, damn. And then this city, they
Such a
don't
fast pace.
They don't know me. They don't like me. I'm new. I'm not from here. Dudes is looking at me like steak right now, like, you know. And I was wearing all type of jewelry. You see me now, no jewelry, no nothing. All that shit, that lifestyle is out the door.
Yeah.
It's not me.
Yeah, because I remember a couple nights at Greenhouse, you'd be all decked out with the suit and bottles in the back of the fucking DJ
Yeah, but
booth. I don't think I've seen you do that. As a
I love the pop bottles. That's really me.
Yeah.
That's really me. All the other, I don't want nobody to be afraid of me. I didn't want, and people was like, I don't want to say afraid because that's a big word, but people were very like, when I first got to the city, they
you weren't very approachable.
I wasn't warm enough, so they thought. But really, nobody knew me. I kept a hoodie on and wore dark shades all the time, you know? Nobody knew me. I didn't let nobody in my world either, though, because I didn't know who to trust. I didn't know who to trust. I was making music. I had a song on the radio out here all the time, me and Paul Wall. It was called Them Girls. Me and Paul Wall had this song, and it was on fire out here. So if you have a song that's playing 20 times a day on the radio, people start looking at you different. You know, I had just shot a video with this dude, you know what I mean, and everybody was looking at me different. So I didn't know what to trust. It wasn't that I was a douchebag. It wasn't that I was an asshole. I was just in my own zone at that moment.
Yeah.
When I started doing Greenhouse, I came out a lot. I was being super cool with everybody. And there was still some assholes over there was trying me too. And I just backed off it. Just kept listening to my New York dudes telling me how to play it. You know what I mean? And that's that. That's how I kind of came over here. And then you got to really, when you're not from someplace, you got to be extra humble.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I had to put on some extra humility. You know, I'm already humble, but I had to go extra so that people understood that's not me who you think I am. I'm cool, like I'm approachable, I'm warm. I'm actually a fucking goofball. Like, you know, I'm actually rarely serious. You know, I'm actually probably one of the biggest squares in the world. Like, there's a lot of shit I don't know how to do that you'd be surprised. Like, word? Like, yeah, like I'm not that dude. I'm warm, I'm cool, and I'm about family. And I take care of my family, and I love my family, and I protect my family. And I consider a lot of my friends family. That's why I'm only saying family. Because the friends I have here are my family. I don't have no family in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Nothing. Not one person. Just my friends that are now family, but I don't have blood here. I started from scratch. I took a chance staying when everybody left. Only me and one other dude stayed. You know, with the whole group that came from New York, or the East Coast, I should say, New York and Connecticut, we all came down here to start a life. You know, shit happened. We ran that club. It's called Deja Vu's nightclub in the hood, and we did it 1 year. Plans changed. They left. I was like, I'm staying. I want to build my own life. I tell a lot of people, I didn't become a man till I moved to Oklahoma. I didn't become a man till I moved to Oklahoma. That's when I rounded myself out and learned about a lot of shit in life. Respect, honor, you know what I mean? Loyalty. And I still make mistakes, Playboy. Still make mistakes. Ain't never gonna be a point where I'm not learning. I'm gonna always learn till I die. I'm gonna keep learning. I'm gonna keep doing what I do to make money and help people out on the side. That's what we gotta do together to move forward in life. Fuck a career, in life. That's what you should do. You should wanna do well and then help. Do well and then help. If you see somebody struggling, pull them aside and try to get them back. Maybe not financially, but he might have to hear you spit some game to him. He might hear you talk some shit, some real talk to him. You might have to grab him and cry with him. You know, motherfuckers was calling me on a quarantine. I'll say all their names right now. And the motherfuckers was crying. Tough dudes you think is tough, you know what I mean? Niggas was crying with me on the phone. What the fuck I'm gonna do? What you gonna do? We gonna get through this. You know? Motherfuckers was in New York dying where I'm from. They was dying. Family members died. Shit was real.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? But we get through it together. Because without each other, we ain't going to make it through this shit. Shit we going through now never happened before. Right? This race war that's happening right now has happened years ago, but the way it's coming now, never.
Because you would never think that with all the technology and all the cool shit we have, these motherfuckers
shit
are going
is
It's
changing.
always been the same shit. It's always been the same shit. It's just now it's getting exposed because we have these devices at all times. That's
and it's
what it
changing now, though. Rules are changing. Rules are changing. Laws are changing. That's what they was waiting for 50 years ago, and it didn't happen. Now it's happening. How are we getting it to happen now? Laws are changing. People's changing laws. Established government officials are saying we need a police law change. We need this. In New York today, the police chief announced there will be no more plainclothes police. That's done.
No more what?
Plainclothes, like undercovers.
Yeah.
None of that. No more. Every police officer will look like a police officer.
Well, I think what they should do in
What was the reasoning behind that?
In New York, we have undercovers. We have plain clothes. So they could just hop out. You don't even know they police, you know, and they'll rough you up and do things. And you don't even have to, sometimes they wasn't even identifying themselves as police. You see them people that killed the Breonna girl in where it was, Louisville. They killed that girl. They walked in her house. They walked in her house, dude. Y'all don't even know how that girl died. The police rammed her door in, looking.
I heard that story.
Looking for a dude. The dude, that wasn't the dude. It was the wrong dude. But he had a gun, so he thinking somebody breaking in his house. He start popping. They start popping back. They killed his girl. He lived.
Yeah, bro, that story is crazy.
And guess what? And those cops are still walking the street.
Yeah, see, that's some fucking bullshit.
All right? We need reform. We need a change in laws. I'm going to dumb it down for the people that don't understand. We need to change some laws with the police because they got too much power over us. And we need to take some of that power back. We need police.
Because there's another thing that they're saying that, we need to defund them. But I don't think you need to defund them or take their funds away. I think what you need to do is give them a fucking type of training, military style. That way you can kind of detect the fucking bad people, you know, the people that are fucking up the apple, you know.
We just got to hold them.
Apples.
Let's hold them accountable. Let's start there. Let's just start there. Let's hold police accountable for their fuck ups. They're not being held accountable. We all make mistakes.
They leave with pay.
Paid leave. You get to stay home and still get paid. You know, you don't got to face your consequences until 3 weeks later for something that you did. And if I would have did it, I'd be in jail that night.
Yeah.
But they get to chill for 3 weeks and fix shit up and get ready for whatever. And that's not how the life.
And then when they go to jail, they're in protective. They're like in a special.
Yeah, it's not how life works, man. And I think we need reform. We need change in laws. And I get it. And I know I'm going a little bit off of music, but we dealing with this shit right now that we never dealt with before. And now change is coming. Like they changing law. The president is talking about police reform. This whack-ass president we got, even him, he knows that the time is now, and he has to do it.
Exactly.
So now, police reform, you know, police this, police that.
Wasn't he talking about?
When you ever heard Lil Baby make a song like he made the other day? He put out a brand new song. I can't even
Social
remember.
distance? No, I don't know.
No, not the social distance. He made a political record, and he's being praised for it. They talking about him today as a Grammy winner, maybe in the future. They talking
Was
about
that the baby or Lil Baby?
Lil Baby.
Lil Baby?
Lil Baby put a new song out. Meek Mill put out a new song. 2 political songs, political, and they're being received with open arms. You can make those records because we need those records too. You know, we need hood shit. We love hood shit, but we need those. I want you to go look at Lil Baby's record. I wish I could remember it right now.
I'm about to.
But it's a dope lyrical joint, and so is Meek Mill. Meek Mill has another one as well. They both put out political songs at the same time, and they shot videos. So it's not only you could hear it, you get a visual. But I think more hip hop, more artists need to be in on this. And there's so much other shit that we could go on and talk about when it comes to that we need the support of the young people, the way they protesting every day. All that needs to continue, because that's the change. That's why the change is happening. It's because of the protest every single day. And we doing damn good with it, man. And a lot of shit is changing. I mean, I'm talking about laws. Police still acting a fool, as you saw yesterday, the way they shot that Rayshawn Brooks kid in Atlanta. You know, and it's just crazy.
Yeah, they need it.
If I turn with a taser, that doesn't mean you get to shoot me with a gun. You know?
Yeah.
And that's what happened to the dude. And you can't do that. Like, he was resisting arrest. He may have been drunk. He may have been an asshole. He might have been disrespectful. But he only had a taser. He didn't have a gun. And you knew he had a taser because he took it from you. So that means you wasn't at no threat to die. So why you got to kill that man when he runs away and turns his back? He wasn't a threat to you.
Yep.
But they still killed him. Still killed him yesterday, 2 days ago. They still killed him.
Yeah, I did.
He's dead.
Yeah.
Can't tell me.
Military training, put them through a mental fucking, like, seek out their IQ, see how good they are, and just kick out the bad ones and get those that are. Because I feel like, you know, like anybody can go in there and be a police officer. And if there's a guy, I mean, the guy that killed Floyd, he had a shit ton of complaints, a shit ton.
Well,
Still was in the force. And we talked about this shit.
Red-handed was saying by accountability, like that right there is like if you fuck up twice or one,
out.
you know, you're out.
That's it.
Like, how you
It's
gonna have
simple.
fucking 20 complaints of beating people up, and
Abusing
you
your
still-
power.
It's simple, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't it seem simple to us? We sitting here 3 men talking about something as simple as
And we're not that
accountability.
intelligent, you know.
Accountability. Just accountability.
Yep.
Yeah.
Damn it, man. If he get caught doing dirty stuff 17 times, at what is it going to take for you to fire him? 20 times? Like, I don't understand what they was waiting
Now
for.
when a fucking somebody dies, like that's what
That's what it took for him to kill, which I think, I don't know, man, but it's just crazy. Like, so, and it's going on all over. We watching it now because people catching it on camera. They just beat up 2 kids in Tulsa. Did you see that? The guy was kicking the kid while he was in the car, the cop. And the lady caught it on film. The cops are being reprimanded.
Despite, that's the fucking crazy shit, is despite all the shit that's going around the world, the protests and stuff, like, they're still doing this shit. Like, this shit just happened yesterday, you said?
The Tulsa shit?
Yeah.
Just yesterday. I woke up to the video today. And just yesterday. And then you talking about we going through it and they don't give a fuck.
Right.
They don't even care. And they see that we going through it and they still don't care not to do it.
No, it's great. Well, because I didn't go out there to like none of the protests or nothing, but the homie Dougie, he was out there and he got shot in the nuts with one of those, what are they called? The
Rubber bullets.
Yeah, rubber bullets. So, and he said the cops were obviously just singling people out. So if they just saw you, boom, they fucking, if they saw you by yourself, just they would point at your nuts and fucking get you. Like,
Exactly.
it's literally a war out there.
But you know what it's going to take? It's going to take us to continue to do what we're doing. Keep protesting, keep pushing for reform. And there's a lot of people that don't really care about this part of life, you know, but then there's a lot of people that do care. You never seen white people and black people protesting together. White people fighting for black people's rights. You know it's time right now. It's time. It's time.
Yeah.
And when I say black people, I mean all of us. We the minority, yo. They treat us the same way. We are black.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if you really, I'm not gonna get that deep, but if you look, you do your research. We all black, dog.
Yeah, and I mean as far as
day,
oppression goes, if you just look at those ICE detention centers and all that stuff, like, I mean, it's been
dude,
fucked
they
up.
treating us bad, man, and it gotta change now.
And it's so sad, man, because I see that shit, and to be honest, I'll scroll past it. Like, I don't watch the videos of the kids in the whole
in the cages and shit. Yeah,
like, fuck that.
It has to change because, like, bro, like, how is the country that has the freedom that makes a lot of millionaires, billionaires, successful people and shit? How does it still is one of the most racist countries out there? Like, how?
Like they said, the richest the richest country in the world is one of the most racist.
Yeah,
and you know what I mean. And
doesn't make sense.
We gotta find a way to fix this country, man.
You have
we don't have the right leadership. That's number one. So we need new leadership. Hopefully people get out and vote and change the leadership. That's number one. I don't care if it's Biden. I don't care who. We need a change in leadership. You know what I mean? I'm going to vote for Biden just because.
Yeah, Biden isn't too suitable, but hey, I think at the end of the day,
it's either you let Trump rock another 4 or you rock with Biden.
Yeah.
I'm going to rock with Biden because I don't want Trump in there another 4.
That's what it comes down to.
And that's it. Like, let's just be realistic. Do you want Trump another 4 or do you rather just rock with some new leadership?
He's more worried about the tweets. He's more worried about, like,
man, let's get a new guy in there and see what happens.
Somebody that's with the people. I feel like this president is not with us.
So let's see what we could do. You know what I mean? We got to change it. It's up to us. They say if we get out and we vote, shit changes. So we'll see. You know, let's see what happens. I know this guy is leading us into the dump right now. That's why I always call him Dump Trump. You know what I mean? Because I think that's where he's leading us as a country.
Can you vote, AV?
In the country, he's leading our country down a garbage lane. You know, and we just being laughed at. We the laughing stock of the damn world right now, United States. And I love my country. I was born here. You know, I might have heritage outside of this country, but I was born in this country. And right now it stinks because of that man, where he's making us look awful. Awful. We looking like the laughing stock of the world because of this damn man. He don't even know how to be a leader.
Yep.
You know, and some people that voted him in they're looking at it like, what did I do? What did I do? You know, I thought this was going to be different. Like, I thought this was going to be the change we needed.
America great again. Yeah, there goes that, you know.
But whenever you look at, like, other places, for example, Mexico, the whole police don't give a fuck over there. They'll beat the shit out of people and they can't even complain. So I guess that's what makes America great, you know.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
that just shouldn't be going on, I guess.
It's a different
country. You can go right now and tweet or comment on Facebook and say, Trump, you ain't shit, you fuck, I hate you. You won't get arrested or anything. You have that freedom of speech.
Yeah.
You go to a different country and say that to their president or whatever, your ass is in jail. You know what I'm saying? You might get beat up. You know,
a lot of places.
But then again, this is one of the countries that is the most racist. Like, why we have so many people from different parts of the world, and why do we have to divide them? At the end of the day, we're just a human race. That's what it comes down to.
You know,
we have blood, muscles, fucking veins, just like any people from other fucking countries.
You know, there used to be a lot of good point, by the way.
Yeah.
We used to have a lot of activists in music, like different political rappers. And one of the best, and I know you guys don't remember this group, but there was a group called Public Enemy. And a lot of their shit that they talked about then is happening now. Crazy. And if y'all could go back and study, it takes, I think it was called It Takes a Nation of Millions to Hold Us Back, something like that. That was the name of their album. But the name of the group was Public Enemy. And in the group, you probably know Flavor Flav, right? Everybody knows Flavor Flav.
Yeah.
He was in that group back then. And they were very political and militant. All their songs were political, all of them. But they were talking about a lot of stuff then that's happening now. And even if you look at their videos were always political. If you look at Public Enemy videos, and they were a very political group. But I bring it up because we don't have that anymore in music.
If anything, the only person that I think is really like about that shit is Immortal Technique.
And Kendrick gets into a little bit of political stuff if you listen.
But Kendrick knows how to play the game. He knows how to do the
sometimes it can turn into a situation where if you speak nothing but facts, they can shut you down. So do you want to take that risk? We do need somebody.
A lot of them don't want to take that risk.
I mean, it goes back to me looking at, I was looking at
J. Cole too. He talks a lot of good political stuff.
I was looking at Malcolm X's stuff. Like, he was saying in one of his speeches and shit is like, this has been like the racism and shit has been happening for years. The KKK are still out there. They're just disguised in a badge.
Hell yeah.
They're still, they're still abusing us and this and that. And like 50 years later, it's like, oh shit, nothing has changed. It's still the same shit.
And
like,
Malcolm, what was his favorite way of doing it? Taking care of business.
Yeah.
If you remember, do you remember his famous quote?
He was a little aggressive, wasn't he?
His famous quote was, by any means necessary, right? That's how we going to handle this problem today, by any means necessary. And then his counterpart, who was Martin Luther King, was peaceful protest, right? He was the peaceful protest. We're going to get this done, but we're going to walk. What was his dream? One day I walk hand in hand with white people, black people, protesting together. That was his dream. That's what's happening today. When white people join the black people, now America's like, oh shit. This is what we never wanted. We didn't want white people to help black people like this. But now it's happening. White people was helping black people. They walking together, same group, same protest, holding hands, crying, picking them up off the floor. All of this is happening.
Yeah.
It's happening. So Martin
Luther King. I guess
that's
a positive from all the negative, huh?
Yo, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. Two different ways of handling, things. But right now we're seeing a combination of both. You burn Minnesota down, you peacefully protest afterwards.
Yeah, I think that was that.
They needed to make a statement.
I think because if you do it peacefully, to a certain degree, it is good, but you got to make a statement like, hey, I'm fucking pissed.
You better listen.
That's what they said.
That's what they said. You better listen.
Compared to like a peaceful one, it probably didn't get as much attention. Then like, all right, we're fucking pissed. This shit needs to stop.
Okay, when did they listen here? When did they start listening here? The first 2 days when they were rioting here in Oklahoma. When they're burning stuff in the city. It took them to do that first before the mayor went out there himself in the middle and talked to them and let them talk greasy to him. Them people was talking greasy.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? What the hell are you gonna do? And he sat right there
and took it to the chin.
Took it. I give him his love for that because he stayed there and took it. But he wouldn't have did that without the riots first. If they would have came out peaceful, no, change this. Nah.
It's almost like when you're having a conversation with a bunch of dudes. Like, let's say you're in the barbershop and then you want to talk and you're just that shy, like, no. You gotta, hey, you gotta
be boisterous, right? You gotta be loud. You gotta make a statement.
Listen to what the fuck I gotta say.
So people felt like they had to make the riots come first to get your attention. Okay, now we can peacefully protest. Since we got your attention now, and then you see it's real, and you see I got this white dude next to me, you see I got this Hispanic kid over here with me, you see we together for the same battle, the same war, we fighting for the same rights. Now y'all gonna listen, or else we gonna keep burning. In Seattle, they took over the police department. Took over, they shut it down, they boarded it up. So y'all ain't coming back in here. The lady still can't get the officers back in the police. This is 6 days now. They can't get the police back in the damn police department.
That's wicked.
Yo, people have had enough. It's enough. If y'all not gonna change it, we gonna change it for you. That's how they feel now.
No, and then we were talking about it in the previous podcast. And it's like the media loves to divide what is like divide us in general. Like they won't say, they were talking about all the negative like riots and like people looting the stores and stuff like that, but they weren't talking about the peaceful ones. And they weren't talking about the ones that were like, all right, this one is the one that's going to make the impact. They were just talking about the negative shit. So it's
crazy.
Like they were just throwing more, And
you see that?
Yeah.
That's what they want you to hear.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what they want you to see. They don't want you to see peaceful protests. New York was crazy those first few days, but now people are walking up and down downtown peaceful, and they're getting somewhere. All these laws, the governor wakes up every day and changes a new police law now. The past 4 days, he's been doing it. The New York governor has woke up, went to his press conference every day and changed a new law. This law is happening today. Now this law is this. This law is that. I mean, he's holding people accountable. He's disgusted by it himself. When you push a 75-year-old man on the ground like that and he busts his head up in Buffalo, New York, 75 years old, man. Why you got to shove that old man? He could barely stand up.
That shit was crazy.
And then nothing's happening? No, you're fired. You're fired. And you might be brought up on charges for that. And they were. All that shit's happened. But because that New York governor is a son of a bitch. Like, he ain't playing no games. That governor of New York, Cuomo, he's going to change everything. He's going to change everything. He don't want nothing else. And he says all the time, I'm not doing this to become president. I don't want to be nothing higher than what I am right now. I'm good. This is my job, and when I'm done with this, I'm done with politics.
He just wants to make a change.
I'm going to make a change while I'm here. Police, racism. He said today, if y'all keep acting up, I'm going to shut the city down a second time. He said, if y'all keep acting like this, you disrespecting my rules, I told y'all to social distance, I told y'all to keep the mask. If I keep seeing video, I'm going to shut the city down again. And they're the best right now. They went from being the worst, and now they're the best with the numbers and COVID, and they're looking great, thank God. Shit is opening again. New York is back on track. But he said it today. If I keep seeing this, I'm not going to take a week to shut the shit back down. I'm going to shut it down tomorrow. He said, keep this up. And that's how they doing well now, because he took the right steps when Trump was saying, open up. He was like, he's the only one that was like putting up his middle finger to Trump. Like, dude, I run this city. You don't run this city. I run this city. Me and the mayor, we run this city.
Have you been keeping up with the numbers here in Oklahoma?
I have. We got a big spike. Yesterday was the biggest number, 225 new cases, 225 new cases. Today is down to 185, I believe. It came down, but that's still a lot. I think we're on fire right now, and nobody's doing the right thing. Nobody's Nobody's social distancing.
So you're out there. You've been out there, what, 2-3 weeks now?
Yeah.
Since you haven't seen people taking down no.
I don't see nobody doing nothing to protect themselves. I think people just feel like if I get it, I get it, or I'm not going to get it. That's their attitudes. So they have the attitude of if I get it, I get it, and then the other attitude is I ain't going to get it. That's it. And people just doing what they want to do, And me, halfway, like I travel with my mask, you know what I mean? Like I travel with mine, And if someone is up on me, I put my mask on, In the DJ booth, I could see somebody coming.
Had to be a Yankee, huh?
You damn right.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
Where the Timbs?
Man, the Yankees are the shit, bro. I had that argument with somebody the other day. Like, bro, when you think of baseball, you think Yankees and Dodgers, I think.
Don't say that to a Red Sox fan, man.
Oh, I did.
They'll kill you.
Because he had a Red Sox shirt. I was like, I don't give a fuck.
I've been a Yankee all my life. I ain't changing it now.
You think Major League, you think Yankees, boy.
Man, too bad we can't say the same about the Knicks.
Here you go. Here you go.
Like, hey, at least y'all got something good, because it's like, God damn, man, the Knicks being the Knicks, fire this guy that's behind him. Like,
well, what we need is new ownership.
Yeah, right? That's
We're going to talk sports. The Knicks need a new owner. James Dolan needs to go.
Yeah.
And until they sell the team, I think the Knicks' luck is going to be fucked for a long time. And we got a decent team of young boys now. Yeah. They play their hearts out, man. And we won more games this season than last season. And they play ball, man, and they play together. But with that
when it comes to the basketball aspect of it, man, because I love New York, and it's like, man, how can you say New York is a mecca of basketball, and then you look at the team, and it's like, fuck.
I think
you really gonna let Brooklyn do that? Like, you really gonna let Brooklyn take over?
By the mecca though, that means that's like the history of it. That doesn't necessarily mean you're the best. Like,
but you still gotta. I feel like
everybody wants to play at Madison Square Garden.
Exactly, and any opponent wants to show off in the Madison Square Garden. Like, that shit is like Jordan always did it.
That's the mecca of sports.
I would too.
I'm telling you, exactly. So like, I feel like it's time, and I feel like I'm gonna die and not be like, damn, this is fucking.
You ain't
Knicks.
gonna see the Knicks
Be the team, be a
I feel like that too,
a dynasty.
I feel like that too.
I'm not a Knicks fan, but I respect New York when it comes to basketball. I know, like, that,
man, we need new ownership. That's number one. But James Dolan's not going to sell the team. So if I could get the coach I want, I think then we could be all right.
Imagine a playoff game in the Madison Square Garden, bro.
Unbelievable. I was there. I was there when it was Patrick Ewing against the Houston Rockets and Knicks Rockets. It was an unreal the atmosphere. But if we can get Mark Jackson as a coach, then maybe things could turn around because people might want to come play for Mark Jackson. I don't think we had a bad coach right now, but I just don't think he was ready for what was going to happen. I think Mark is from New York. Mark Jackson's from Queens, New York. He could change the team around. I don't know. We ain't going to have no more games this season, so the Knicks are out right now. They're not even going to play when it resumes in a few weeks. So whatever. But
curious to see how that shit's going to work because it's like
next season. You think they should play? because there
in
was
a fan perspective, obviously, I'm saying yes, because I've been itching to see it, but I feel like mentally, I feel like all the players are not going to give it their all because of the whole shit. They're going to be away from their families because it's going to be in Orlando, so they're going to be away from their families, and like there's not going to be the fans, and I feel like the fans are a big part of it. Like playing a playoff game, a finals game, a game 7, like you want to feel that like, oh shit, we in the enemy territory, we're at home, like damn, this crowd is fucking, you know what I'm saying?
The
so it's
talk
like,
today was they don't want to. Some players are saying we shouldn't play,
but I feel like in a sense, in my opinion, like people know that it's most likely in the bag for the Lakers, so they don't want that shit to happen. You know. Let's be 100, man. Like, Clippers or Lakers are probably the biggest contenders right now.
Yeah, I think that the Lakers,
and I think the Lakers have a edge.
Lakers should win, man,
but nobody wants to see that. They don't want to see the GOAT win. You know what I'm saying?
But they're more so concerned with that. What I heard the players say today was we're going to lose this opportunity to capitalize on gaining all the change we need in the world. And we think that basketball is going to take off of the focus. And in my eyes, I'm like, basketball is going to put it on a bigger plateau. Because if you a basketball player, you LeBron, after every game or during every game, you could do things during the game. Then after the game, you can talk about social injustice, police brutality. You could talk about it. You know, that's your platform. But when there's no game, there's no TV on us, there's nobody, you guys on national TV every night. You can do something huge to make a difference. But if you don't play, the cameras are off, then you just in the streets like everybody else, walking around, you know what I mean? Why not play so that way your voice is bigger and it's on a bigger stage? Don't shut down basketball, play.
I think
play ball.
Yeah, I think it should
use it as a plateau.
Yeah, and you gotta this is the new normal. Like it or not, this shit ain't going anywhere. It's not gonna be like, oh, we are gonna quarantine and boom, it's all gone. It's not gonna happen. We gotta adjust to the new normal, and I feel like right now is the time for the NBA to be like, let's experiment with this shit. Let's see what's gonna happen. Because at the end of the day, like, bro, how are you not gonna play if the NBA tells you to play, bro? You're making millions to do what the hell you love. So. Like, you're going to be all sensitive about it? Like, go ahead and do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, get out there, bro. Like, come on.
So what are they doing to prevent the whole shit from spreading with them?
They're doing it. Every player is going to get tested. Every team member, the whole squad is going to get tested. They're going to do it in Orlando. So I think it's in Disney Resort or some shit like that. They're going to be limited
it's
to
called
how many.
Wide World of Sports. They're doing it like back in the day. They used to have this place where everybody played. It's called the Wide World of Sports. And it's just one big-ass arena. And you could literally set up about 3 basketball courts in there if you wanted to. So I think it's going to be like several games a day in there. And you're in this bubble where you're just, is not literally a bubble, you're in this one location and you play ball and you go back to your hotel. You don't do nothing in between.
That's what's going to suck.
So they're not going to be able to go to fucking, like, just go eat or go...
In your hotel. In your hotel. You go eat in your hotel.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's going to be. That's what I'm saying. It's going to be
intense.
It's intense, but it's the new normal. Like, I went back to work, bro, and I got to get used to, like, all right, it's a one-on-one ratio with the customer. So, like, if you come in with a family and you want to shop for phones or whatever, I need one person. Whoever's going to get the phone can come in.
Whoever got the money
can come in, and I have to put my mask on, even though I don't like it. The customer has to put their mask on.
As a barber, it's crazy because we're personal. We're right there. Like just
exactly. So it's the new normal. You have to adapt to it. That's what it comes down to. It either makes you or break you. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah. I'm curious to see how that's going to end up. How's it going to, play out? But
so Oklahoma cleaned the fuck up, man. And they're out here not social distancing, just passing blunts around.
It's getting bad, man.
Drinking off the same bottle and shit.
Bad. There was rumors today I saw about another shutdown, man. If that happens, this city is fucked. If it happens here, this city might not make it back from a second shutdown.
Oh, man. And not only that, man, I think it's just I'm very worried about restaurants, man, because I love going to restaurants. I love trying authentic food and having a good time.
Dude, if they shut this shitty down a second time.
They had to get creative through this
That's
shit.
the thing. Like, a lot of restaurants they probably make between 10 to 14 to 20% 20% of profits. Like they're like the majority of them are barely holding on to like their, what they make and shit. So if they get shut down for 2-3 months and we go in another month of shutdown, like, man, say goodbye. Like that shit is tough, you know? And this is not only for restaurants, this is for small businesses that make that like 10 to 20% profit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Did you see it happen out here at all? Like, did any
What?
big place shut down here in Oklahoma?
Not yet.
Huh?
They still opening stuff up. Like, it's still going on. And, even the old folks home, they letting visitors come now. And I'm like, how you doing this? Like, the numbers are high right now. At least leave the old folks home closed for another 2 weeks to see if the numbers come back down. Because everybody expected a spike.
Yeah.
You open up, people are going to do dumb shit. People are going to be on top of each other, and there's going to be one person that's not telling everybody they sick.
Yeah.
Always. We just found out a girl that we like at some bar that we used to go. I haven't been, but the girl that's a bartender, she tested positive, and then 8 other people tested positive.
But that's the thing; it hits everybody different.
So
like, you could have the symptom, but you won't realize until like 2-3 weeks later.
Or you could have the symptoms and you won't never realize.
Or you won't never realize.
I mean, you could have the COVID, like they say, Red, you could be asymptomatic, meaning I could have it and not show any symptoms at all right now,
But
God
you could
forbid.
still pass it over
God
to-
forbid right now, let's just say.
Yeah.
Right? Konyo, I'm with y'all right now. So let's say I'm spreading it right now. I don't have no symptoms, never had a fever, never had a
That's
cough.
what's scary about it. It's
But we don't know who got it. You could be passing it to me right now, and we don't know
It's a
because they
plague.
don't have enough information on this virus yet. So it's people that don't have any symptoms that have COVID right now. So we in the clubs with that person right now, chilling, hanging, drinking. Yo, what up, bro? What up? Nah, but really, he's passing it to us. And now, what if I don't show no signs? So now I'm coming over here doing an interview with y'all. We all cool, and now I'm spreading the virus. Or he doesn't know.
You go back to the shop. Boom.
I mean,
what's up?
That's why it's crazy. Like, I think what you said earlier, people are either saying I'm not gonna get it, or if I get it, I get it.
I get it. And that's the attitude of the common person from here.
Yeah.
The common Oklahoman has that attitude that I'm not gonna get it. And if I get it, I get it. But that's not, how we should be rocking.
So you think we should have stayed shut down for a couple more weeks?
Nah, I don't like no shutdowns, man. But I'll be honest with you. If the trend keeps going up, we might have to. It can't be at 225 every day with 225 new infections. I can't even fathom it being any higher than that, because then we're in trouble. You start talking 300, the mayor, the governor, they don't have no other option. They have to shut down because the spread is spreading now for real.
Yeah.
You're talking about 185 people the past 24 hours. So now the number that's going to come out tomorrow, we hoping that it's lower than that, right? So it's going back down. The only good thing is that hospitalizations are not up yet. So that means people are getting it, but they don't got to go to the hospital.
They just need a quarantine.
They need a quarantine. So it's not like they're dying.
Yeah.
So you got to go quarantine, see how it goes.
That's the interesting part, because like I go in quarantine for 2 weeks, but how do I know I don't have it anymore?
That's the interesting thing.
Like,
so
we don't have enough data
there's not enough. So you got to just kind of depend on what you do know. And that means wear the mask. They want you to wear the mask. It helps. Look at New York. New York has turned around because every single person wears a mask. When my sister
I hate the mask.
when my sister shows me video of her being out, everybody got a mask on. Every single person. It's like China. They all have a mask. Everybody has a mask, But we here, we acting like we don't got to do it,
Yeah.
We don't got to do it. We'll be all right. We go to club. We're gonna go to.
We're immune to it. We're Hispanic. We're this. We're that. The
the
alcohol
thing-
will kill it.
It's not gonna happen to me, and if it happens, it happens. I see it, and you got a million people walking around like that in the world. It's gonna keep spreading. The virus ain't going nowhere for at least another year and a half. Let's be honest, man. Even when if they get a
Vaccine,
they ain't going nowhere, man. That's gonna be permanently in our life now.
Yeah,
like
the
the
thing
flu
that I
and
heard,
other
or the best advice I've heard is just like the whole immune system thing, like, which is shit we should have already been doing before fucking taking care of ourselves, drinking water.
Yep.
You know, doing
Stronger
all
your
that,
body, the better you fight it off.
exercising.
Maybe that's why I'm fighting it. Or maybe I got it. I don't know. And my body's just not, man, that ain't going to hurt us because we've been living right and we going to be all right. You know what I mean? But if you outside every day and all you doing is the wrong thing with your body. Also, I did say this to my sister, and I'll make this last point on this whole COVID shit. If you stay in the house 2 months straight, 3 months straight, right, your immune system automatically going to be weak.
Yeah.
All right, because you're not exposing it to no germs, no nothing. Which every day we go out, we exposing ourselves to mad dirt, germs in the air, all of that. Yeah. Keeps our immune system fuerte, keeps it strong.
It's like when you stop going to the gym, your muscles get weak and shit.
Okay, same shit. So now, 3 months, now you're gonna say, all right, you could go outside. Of course I'm gonna get sick. Yeah. I'm gonna get a cold, I'm gonna get something, or I'm gonna pick up this COVID shit because my immune system can't fight shit off for 2-3 weeks. That's normal, right? That's just normal. Like anybody should know that. Yeah. I can't keep you in a square box for 3 months and say, you be all right. Nah, my immune system getting mad weak, son. What you mean you want me to stay home for 3 months?
The mental side too is another bitch. You know,
dog,
it's like fuck.
It's crazy. So either way, you was fucked. You was gonna catch a cold. You was gonna catch sickness, something. You was gonna get sick because you was in the house 3 months. If you was in the house 3 months, I know I was in the house 2 months straight without doing nothing but going to fucking Walmart, you know, and that's it. That's all I was doing. And then when I finally got out, I was like, yo, nobody's acting like they got a coronavirus going on here.
It's crazy, man. Everything like
Here
slowly
did feel
started
like
going
that.
back to the norm. The only place that I did realize that was empty, the pho on 23rd. Like usually you'd go in there and it'd be packed. I went and it was people are still scared, you know.
Yeah.
God
But
damn,
look at
that sounds good
Pink
right now.
Parrot. I went into Pink Parrot the other day. It was jam packed. How could you social distance? You can't.
You can't.
You can't, dog.
Especially in a small place.
I had to dodge through the crowd to say what's up to Pollito. You know what I mean? Look at Kong's the other day. Friday was a madhouse. But it is what it is.
I feel like at Kong's there's still a little bit more room to.
At the end of the day, it's still like.
But yeah, everybody's
We on
Because
top of
everybody's
each other.
when you go to the bar, you're gonna think like you're gonna say, hey, you know,
Back off, bro.
Yeah, like no.
Man, it ain't happening. But it's everywhere. Some places are really trying. Some places, La Brasa is really
don't know how
trying.
you can like you're gonna.
La Brasa, they're really trying. The Collective, they're really trying. I see certain places really trying, but most places are not. It's like, yeah, we back to business. Let's go.
Let's make money.
That's it. Let's go
Fuck
get this
everybody.
bread.
Well, I guess one thing I did notice at Kong's is the temperature thing.
Yeah, they
I
do
don't know
that. They've been doing that.
Yeah.
You know, but not everybody has a temp that has coronavirus.
Exactly. Yeah.
You could just have the sore throat. You could just have the cough.
Yeah.
You could just have the headaches.
Man, I don't know. I know like the people that are gonna survive are the ones that are obviously taking the right precautions, the ones that are mentally tough, the ones that are physically healthy and taking care of their bodies. Those are the ones that are gonna really survive this shit.
Yeah, and the most people that get, you know, they say if they go get the test, get tested, right? They want everybody to get tested. If you go get the test and they say, yo, you positive, now you got to stay home for 14 days. Most people don't want to do that.
Yeah.
They don't want to stop working again. So most people don't get the test, right? Because they don't want to be found that they positive.
They don't want to live with the results.
Now I got to go stay home for 14 days. Fuck that. Or they get positive and they don't tell nobody and they go right back to work. And now they're infecting another 14 people. It's just going to be tough to get out of this rut we in, man. Until I don't even want to say that, but
What the fuck could be worse?
getting forced to stay home.
No, I'm saying like, you know, after COVID, I didn't think, you know, shit would get worse. And then you got the protests, the riots, and like, what's next?
This is the illest time we've been alive, right? Ever in my life. I went through 9/11.
Yeah.
But this shit is worse to me because of the fact you was told to stay home. In New York, we never had to stay home. We had to stay away from an area for about 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, whatever it was. But we never was told to stay home after the planes went into the building. They said, stay home. Nobody told us to stay home. Americans we was out and about in New York. New Yorkers, we was out and about. We was still partying. I remember that night, the night after, we had a show. Foxy had a show in New Jersey. And we did a show and people were like, thank you, we needed this. It was only 24 hours. We was already back at it. And but now this is like, yo, you can't go out. You can't do nothing. Go get your food and go back home.
Yep.
That's what they told you to do, and we had to do it.
I think that kind of taught a lot of people just humility and
I saw a lot of people change during that time too. That
Like-
2-3 months of quarantine, like a lot of people changed, man.
Yeah.
we got to
So-
thinking. They got to thinking about the every move.
This shit is crazy, and like we can go on and on with this shit, but I mean, shit, we've been here for 2 hours and 16 minutes, so I
Half
think it's
court.
half court, man. Shit.
Did we break a new record?
Not yet.
No?
It's yet to be broken, but
What was your longest interview?
an hour and 40, 2 hours and 40.
Now, do
Oh,
y'all
with N7 and P-Wop.
No, with fucking J Paulo. And
do y'all break it down? Like y'all do y'all edits and put it, or y'all add a
nah,
whole?
it's off. It's raw. Like
Oh, you
how
just-
it is.
Well, we
right?
have a clip channel, so you can go to the clip channel and it'll be like the most
Important
like
parts.
subjects, I guess we talked about.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we break that down to like subject people want to listen. you
That's
know.
what's up.
I guess the question, man, 5 years, if you could give yourself some advice 5 years ago, what would you tell yourself?
That's a great question, man. That's a great question. Be more, I would say, be more people friendly. You know, be even, because I was already a people person, but bring more people into your world because you're going to need them, because this business is going more geared towards social media than ever before. And you're going to need that following to stay relevant. Be more people friendly. Establish yourself on social media really strong, because I've only technically got really strong on social media within the past 2 years, and I should have been strong a long time ago. But I've pushed myself to be more stronger and more relevant on social media. Anyway, I would say that to myself, and I would also say continue to branch out. I would tell me to continue to branch out into different entities within the music business if this is what you want to continue to do. One thing I know that is you can't live off of one area in music. I'm saying
You got to branch out.
in music. I'm not talking about anything. I'm just saying when you're in music, try to do a little bit more than just be the rapper. You know, me and my cousin have a management company. He lives in the Bronx, New York. I live here, and we have a management company, and we trying to find artists to manage career. You know, not only just your career, but we want to develop you as an artist. You know, which is something that most management they don't do. But being that I've been on every level of it, I add the development of an artist. So I think that I should have pushed myself more to take some young talent like I'm doing now. I should have did that 5 years ago. Maybe I would have a dope artist by now. You know, we did try to do it back then, but I think we invested in the wrong people, and they were mostly singers and not rappers. So I just think it's good to educate yourself on every facet of the entertainment business. That way you can leave all your doors open. And I would like to tell young people to do that more instead of just worrying about one thing. You know, put yourself out there, shake hands.
Well, not now with the social distancing.
Not literally shake hands, but you know, rub shoulders, rub elbows.
Or Wakanda signs and shit.
Do what you got to do,
Do
man.
what you gotta do. Yeah.
Music is big. Music is big. You could be anything. If you want to be in music, there's so many things you could do under that bracket. So many things you can do under that bracket, from broadcasting, you know,
Making beats,
producing,
writing songs,
ghostwriting, being the front artist,
manager.
being the manager of the front artist. You find yourself a good artist. Don't always think you have to be the one.
Yeah.
You can be the man behind the man, which is so much more tranquil and so much more less stressful than being the man. You know, you can be the man behind the man, and it'll be just as great for you. Just as great for you. And I know that because I've seen it. You know, I've seen so many great managers in this game, and managers I respect who manage great artists, and they're sitting in the lap of luxury right now. you know, and no one even knows who they are. They can go eat peacefully. Nobody knows. There's no paparazzi around that person, but his pocket is just as big as the rapper's pocket.
Or maybe even more shit.
Yeah, because he has more than one artist usually.
Yeah.
You know, he's managing the baby and he's managing Nicki Minaj. So guess what? Every time he has a $300,000 check, I get 20%. Management eats 20%. That's how.
Like you don't have to be necessarily the star to still be part of the industry, basically.
You sure don't.
Yep.
You sure
I mean,
don't.
shit, look at DJ Academics. That motherfucker became the biggest hip hop blog almost off of just being in the basement with going
sure
live
don't.
on Twitch or whatever.
You can be just as well off being in the background, you know, than being in the front, which I love. If I had to give anybody advice, man, try to get into the background, you know. But if you got the talent, then let's do it. There's a couple of people that got some talent, and I think they're not using it yet.
Yeah.
In this city, and I hope they figure it out soon, because it's not always going to be available for you. And I'll say that directly to some people that I know, and you know who you are. If you keep lollygagging, this opportunity won't always be there for you, and I promise you that. I promise you that.
Oh yeah. That's some good ass advice. In general, this was a fucking good ass podcast with a lot of information, a lot of shit. Maybe like myself, I didn't know, and a lot of people probably didn't know. Like some
for sure.
deep culture shit. You know what I'm saying? So, Red-Handed, we do appreciate you coming through, man.
I appreciate you. Appreciate you having me.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
sure, man.
yeah. Where can people find you? Social media wise, club wise, let them know, man.
Okay, so we're in Oklahoma City for now. DJ Red-Handed on Instagram, and it usually has a lot of the other links on there, but mainly DJ Red-Handed on Facebook and Snapchat. I'm at Kong's every Friday. I'm at a couple of other places. Angry Scotsman Brewery, I'm on 8 to 10 every other Saturday. And then I'm back at Kong's sometimes on Saturdays, 7 to 10. I'm at this Cuban restaurant out here on the south side now that we're trying to build something with. And it's called Cuba, what is it? Paladar Cuba? Something like that?
Cuba, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Paladar Cuba. And we played Latin music there, authentic Latin music, not anything Americanized or watered down. We're just playing real Latin salsa and bachata, reggaeton, nothing watered down, just real Latin music. There's nothing watered down about it. I'm gonna just say that without sounding like a hater.
Like if you from the Caribbean or you
would love
you
it.
were like, all right,
You
I
would
feel like
love
I'm
it.
at home type shit.
Yeah, it's like, and I bring a New York style of DJing to the Latin community, which I had to kind of explain on Saturday, and they understood it, and it worked out great. You know?
Yeah.
And we building that night, so come and support that night. If you don't know, look on my page on Facebook, look on my page on Instagram. There's flyers up with the address. You can check everything out that we're doing and we're building. And that's what I'm all about, just building with people and making new connections and keeping the good vibes going so people could know when they come out, they could let their hair down and just relax and dance in a great
Have a great time and forget about everything.
Yeah, and a great atmosphere as well, too, because we create the vibe. So we want you to have a good time. But, yeah, that's where you can catch me out. If you need anything, hit me up, on any one of those pages. Also, you can email me at djredhanded@gmail.com.
Hell yeah. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, thank you very much for stopping by, brother.
Thank you for having me,
Good-ass
guys.
podcast.
I wish you guys nothing but luck.
Appreciate that, brother. So we are out. Peace.
Half court. We out.